It's a different variation of the Ying Fortress. It is blizzardy. It is like super snow, basically, which is not a playable stage yet.
Blizzardy. I thought you said lizardy.
I thought you said lizard.
Oh, but really? Both of you are affected by me that
but
much?
maybe he did say it, and he got lizards on the brain.
Don't, how dare you? I'm gonna replay it so that I was not in the wrong. Blizzardy.
Chat, let us know in the chat. But did he say blizzardy or lizardy?
You don't need chat. I have irrefutable proof right here. Blizzardy.
Post an L in the chat if you said lizard.
Oh, as lizard, because lizard is Alistar. Haha. Anyways, the stage is all like snowy, hard, yeah, that kind of a way, basically. But I mean, if everybody's ready, then yeah, we could get going.
Welcome to the Kombat Kings podcast. This is.
I have an intro. Don't cuck me this time,
Oh,
Snake. It's very important. Okay, 3, 2, 1. We are many. You are but one. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Nice.
More like we are merry.
We're married, guys. Yes, Jared and Sento and me. Welcome to the Kombat Kings. I'm SonicHaXD, and I got our co-hosts here, TrueUnderDawg and the Force Snake. And as you can see, we are here, very prepared. I'm gonna just let Snake take it away for now before we continue. Snake, what's hiding behind that camera? Because we can't see you over here right now.
Unfortunately, the camera did not work. I lied. It works just fine. Oh shit. Oh damn! It's disappearing. No, people will see it early. Damn. No.
I'll censor it. I'll censor it in the editing
There
room.
it is.
Hey! Oh my gosh! Look at that. It's the Santa snake skin from Fortnite.
The OG design that I based my Force Snake persona on. That's why red is the color. Because that was the image I used back on Metal Gear Solid, the unofficial sites forums back in like 2005 or 6. This is the Santa camo. If this is not in the remake, I'm going to murder someone. This is a warning, Konami. You best do it right.
Oh.
Yeah, don't you have the it's not really your suit, but like every time you have the critique videos, you're always in the Santa hat or that pose and stuff.
Well, that's more of a funny coincidence. The reason for that was just because I'm not very good at taking selfies, and so that was just a selfie I had on hand, and I was like, oh, this is actually a good one, and I just kept using it.
Yeah, you used it for like so many years now.
Thankfully, we have Photoshop.
The actual original use for that was actually from a Let's Play channel.
Oh, that makes sense. Usually Let's Players back then just used that one face
of the characters. So the first time I actually used that was for my Tenchu Z playthrough, which was the first LP I ever did.
So for me over here, I'm doing the Christmas Festival Ermac skin. Missed opportunity NRS, but whatever. And then I also, just not to make myself look cheap, I got myself a little bit of a Christmas tree over here, very tiny one with like a MK medallion here. And back there you can see a wrapped gift. Get it? Because it's Christmassy, wrapped gift and stuff.
I've got all my presents down here.
Look at that! It's so adorable. You're gonna open them all up as the oh, that Christmas tree is like lit up and stuff. I got one more secret here. What's a secret behind the tree? That's right. It's a little hiding. Little hidden reptile back there. Haha. I couldn't get enough time to get Jade or Smoke, but I think Reptile it's also a secret character. So there you go.
That's true. I feel so unfestive. I forgot it was like gonna be Christmas by the time this aired, so I'm just wearing like merch. I just changed to like a red shirt or something.
See, that would be fine if you did that earlier in the month and said this is Christmassy because this is something you can buy for a loved one who's a big fan of Underdawg. But unfortunately,
I'll be back then. You guys talk about what you've been doing or something. I'll be back with more festive
always
attire.
Gotta prepare now. Yeah, I made sure to. I'll say whatever.
I have several things. So first, I have a question for you, Sonic. So when it comes to
me,
when it comes to Christmas presents, what are you buying?
Oh, wait. Oh, I gotta see that. That is adorable. Holy cow, it's so cute.
Yeah, so this is like the new thing that's going to replacing Fungo Pops, and you slap random properties onto it. Because I've got the
snake one, right? I remember you had the solid snake, right? Yeah. You showed that last time.
They've just released. I've not got them yet, but they've just released MK1 Scorpion Sub-Zero, Goro, and MK2 Raiden.
Nice. Wow.
So I'm gonna get me
Goro again.
those.
Yeah, these are like for some reason the characters that they love to turn into like figurines.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get them. I don't know if I'd get any more of these, because it's like some of them are cool. This little guy, he's so good, so detailed. Like the texture,
I do love that one, yeah.
The texture work on the hood is great. And he's just one of those where like, it's Rain from Mortal Kombat.
It did remind me of Raid at first. I was like, oh, then he said the what are you buying? So I'm like,
I
see what you did there. Ah, my hat.
or as he famously said in the mobile port, what do you want to buy?
Ah.
Like, how do you mess that up, Capcom? How do you mess that up, like?
It's like the when Vegeta said like it's over 9,000, but then it turned and like the redid version is like he says it's over 8,000. And it's like, despite the fact that it's more lore accurate,
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like you try and find the balance between the old inaccurate thing that people love and are attached to, and the actual accurate thing. Like I do not envy the people working on the Dragon Ball modern dubs for that reason, because like they really should be like, okay, well it's
look at the festive TrueUnderDawg.
It's Kuririn and Son Goku, but then like no, we'll just keep it as Krillin and Goku. It's fine.
That's amazing. Look at dog, festive dog.
Yeah, I sadly couldn't find any Santa hats or anything like that, but I do have a sexy Santa Claus girl, like sexy Miss Claus.
All right? There you go.
She has a Santa hat. So there, she has one.
We are all very festive for our.
I didn't do an audio.
This is from GamerSups, by the way. Use code UNDERDOG, I think, maybe for a discount. I forgot the exact code.
Oh shit! I forgot to do an audio sync. One sec.
Hey.
Nice.
Very nice. Very nice. I'll keep that in mind.
I got this just to go with like a Johnny Cage costume, because it's for Cage Cologne, which is what Johnny Cage is filming an ad for in the MK2 prequel comic, when directed by Ed Boon apparently, and you even see him in the comic. Right when a portal opens up and Shang Tsung walks in with like Kintaro and the twins, and you're like,
that's awesome. What twins? I don't know. Some of the comic characters seem fun.
MK2, the twins.
Oh, okay. I get it. I just don't hear that often, because it's like, I get it, but at the same time,
even though
like,
it's entirely lore accurate now.
Oh yeah,
That's
literally.
True. I now dread the fact that we're gonna have like Gen Zers and Gen Alpha arguing with old school Mortal Kombat fans about little stuff like that, because they didn't play the original series, just the reboot. So they're gonna be like, "What do you mean clone? Mileena is her twin sister, you idiot."
I just wonder how many people are gonna be actually affected by that.
Some absolute. Did Boruto's dad have another son who died? Energy.
Oh my gosh.
TrueUnderDawg wanted to talk about his comic first, so let's get to that.
All right. By the time y'all watch this video, my comic book probably only has like 5 days left if you want to
Put
order
text
it
on screen
before
right
the
now.
campaign
I'm gonna upload
ends.
this video tomorrow. Okay, that's 8 or 7 days. Don't think I'm that lame.
Well, by the time they watch the video, if they're a bit late, it may only be 5 days, because they're like 2 days late to watch it. So
about a week.
there you go.
No,
But yeah,
people don't watch Kombat Kings late. They all watch it as soon as it comes out. Like good boys and girls, don't you?
Right?
My friend does.
Yeah.
That one friend of mine does watch it every single time it comes up, like on his lunch break. He always watches it whenever it pops
that's so
up.
Nice.
If that person's watching right now, legend.
Based.
Yeah. So I guess here's the main points about the comic. So it only has a few days left, but it's still up. So if you want to order your copy, do it now, because on the campaign, there's comic covers and other things that will only be available on the campaign. At some point, I am going to make the comic book readily available, maybe on the Amazon store or something, so you can just order it that way. But if you want these premium covers that are never going to be sold again, the only way to get them is on the Indiegogo campaign, which hopefully Sonic Ha leaves like a pinned comment link or something.
I will
and
link
also,
one. Okay.
Yeah, any purchase you do gives you the 6 free trading cards. So that's awesome too, no matter what purchase you do. And as these final days are approaching, I'm noticing way more purchases, which is awesome. People told me that's what happened, but I wasn't holding my breath, because I'm just my first time doing this. And yeah, it's seeing decent success. If we do manage to pass that $5,000 mark, then you're going to get 4 more or 5 more free trading cards on top of the existing ones. So if we do reach that 5,000, you'll get like 10 free trading cards with any purchase you get, whether it's one comic or the comic collection or the comic plus the merch. If you do any of those, you get the trading cards for free. So that's pretty dope. The trading cards look really nice, I think. It's a fighting game comic for fighting game fans. That's why I made it. I think you're going to like the story a lot, and I already have issue 2 planned. And if you're a big fan of, the scalies like Sonic is, then you'll be excited because they do show up in issue 2. So
your marketing point here.
Look forward to that.
Hey, dog. So, are you actually going to go through the idea of like those like parody ads for the various products?
Not for issue 1, I don't think, because I want to get
issue
this.
Issue 1's already done, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much, and I want it to meet its deadline. So I probably won't have time. If I do though, Snake, what I will probably do is keep that idea, but there'll be posters that you can just buy separate. Like I'll put them on the Teespring store or something. Like I'll make a store just for top tier, and I'll make them like posters. So if you want to buy the Sports Illustrated cover for like one of the girls in her swimsuit, but it's going to be called something else, not Sports Illustrated, like Punches Monthly or something, then you'll see it in a poster form.
Yeah. I'm really invested.
What's your idea? Did you have an idea?
Because I'm really invested in the idea I mentioned on the Soul Stream in the chat of the idea of like X-ray specs with like a pervy old kung fu master, but like what he sees is like the polygon, the wireframe underneath. Just like a parody, that's the stuff you'd see in like the 50s, like, oh, X-ray glasses, woo, how amazing. And it's like, oh, the old pervert is like, oh, I'm going to get some good.
Hang on. Snake, could you rejoin? We can't really hear you. You're getting
Sorry,
cut
buddy. It cut out right when you were getting to the good stuff.
You look very enthusiastic saying all that. It will be fun in the editing, but we can't hear it right now. Yeah.
Well, it depends on whether the audio I just recorded then makes it in. If not, then I'm happy. If it does, then yeah, I stand by. I'm going to fucking shoot myself. But
your audio will be kept, of course.
Oh, I need to. Yeah. So basically, it's because like you see that in the 50s all the time. Like here's X-ray glasses. So the idea like the pervy old. Because there's always a Chinese martial arts master, like a super old guy. So the idea of him being like the Master Roshi type, who's like the massive perv, and he's trying to perv on the women, and he's in for a shock because like, oh, what are these wireframes beneath the booba? What is happening? I don't understand. And just because it is like a game, so it's like taking advantage of the comic ads and the game angle and mashing them together into something cool and funny.
I get you, like they're polygons. Yeah, you did mention that. That'd be pretty funny. Yeah, that could definitely work. Yeah. I thought you were going to say he uses the X-ray specs and it's all just men. And he's like, oh no, why are there men in the bathhouse right now?
That could be one for a summer one. Like, oh, here's all the guys like big buff and like shirtless. And he's like, I regret this decision.
I learned a very important marketing tactic. So for issue 2, I definitely am going to have a cover variant that's a swimsuit cover. And on the front, it'll be all the ladies like on the beach doing stuff. And on the back, it'll be the guys. So like it'll be like a wraparound cover.
That's very ambitious for already issue 2. That seems like something you should do for like late game, not like issue 2,
No.
Okay.
We got to learn right now because I've learned apparently just putting a lady on the cover is already like a step in the right direction. So
I heard like a study before that really shocked me. It's like in League of Legends, there's like hundreds of champions in that game, and it's like, okay, you have the guy gamers and girl gamers, and if you're a guy gamer, it's apparently 50-50 as to which gender you pick, like in terms of the champion. But if you're a girl gamer, it is statistically 100% they pick the girl characters. And it's like, very interesting, which is why a lot of the champions, the new ones, are mostly like females, it seems, because I think they were like, we don't want to exclude the girl gamers, so we release more girl characters in that. Yeah, people like girls. That is definitely something I've noticed.
Yeah, girls have the advantage because you can appeal to. Obviously, it's not quite a one-to-one, but broadly speaking, you understand. It can appeal to women by having more women, and you can appeal to men by having cute girls.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a win-win. That's why people also pointed out that like the pandering doesn't make sense because a lot of women like to play attractive women, not just like normal-looking women characters too. So when you make them less appealing, you're actually offending both parties because the men want attractive women.
Women who play Mortal Kombat would rather play as Tanya's face model than Tanya.
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's funny you mentioned that too because it's off topic a little bit, Sonic, but we have a friend, we play Texas Chainsaw Massacre every night, me and like 3 buddies. one of them is a girl in our group, and she always plays the girl characters. Like, she like refuses to play anybody else, or at the very least, she gravitates towards them. So you're right. Like, they tend to always play the lady if they're available. So I do find that interesting.
Interesting. Yeah, I just read that and I was
I've got
that's
that
kind of
too.
interesting.
Yeah, it's real. I have a friend who also gravitates towards the girls because she's partially, I imagine, because she's a girl. Like, we played Resident Evil 6 together, and she played as the girls in all the campaigns. Even though though she knows who Leon is, but she didn't play as him. She picked Helena.
Yeah, of course it depends. Like, everybody has like different preferences. Like, I have a friend who's a girl, and like if the guy is hot, like she'll pick him and stuff like that. So it depends.
Now back to the episode.
We have a lot of updates, but because we know that people are very, very interested in the MK updates, so we're gonna get through that and then talk about some of our own interesting stuff. What the frick?
I think what we should do is, if you want to know about the updates to M1K, you should go and watch the Soul stream featuring Mr. Dog himself talking to our good friends of the show, Yanni and Phantom. I was there. I was making some funnies in the chat. It was a fun time. Go watch them. We're just gonna not talk about the changes to M1K because it's all covered there. I'm tired of talking about this one game. Let's talk about something better, like Onslught.
What the? I had this whole list prepared.
Well, it's a shame.
You're not in control. Sonic is in control.
Oh my gosh! But did they talk about the December 14th incident? Did they talk about all that stuff?
I have the least amount of influence on this show. Dog,
you really scared me there for a second, Sonic. You said September blank incident, and I got PTSD. Anyway.
You know what? But let's let Snake at least talk about Onslught, because I am genuinely interested in the new Kuai Liang story that came out, which is more of a Noob Saibot story from what I'm seeing out of the online
I put that
stuff.
in my video. Let's go.
I did see that when you talk about Noob Saibot.
So basically, it's the new Chronicle story, the little side plot for Classic Sub-Zero, which is they just took the Classic Sub-Zero design from M1K, so it has like
his cameo fighter design, right?
Yeah, the darker colours and whatnot. Although admittedly that does mean the more accurate mask, because I didn't really think about it, but MK11 didn't give him the classic mask. They just gave that to Scorpion, and Sub-Zero's got some made up thing, but M1K actually did it more accurate.
As you do.
So it's like, at first I was thinking, it would be really cool if this was Bi-Han, but I guess they just don't want to waste the Sub-Zero Bi-Han thing until they get to, when they get to M1K Sub-Zero.
Or maybe they just don't want to do, Bi-Han, because they don't know how to do it well.
So they added another Kuai Liang Sub-Zero, which means Kuai Liang has 4 variants right now, including M1K Scorpion, so you can make a full team of just Kuai Liang.
I do wonder, what is Arctic Kuai Liang? What is Arctic Sub-Zero? Is that just like a Deception skin or something?
Yes, the Deception skin in white with a different mask for some reason.
And that counts as a new character.
Yeah, and it's like basically the base versions of characters are not as good, but you use them for the story. But you'll want to use the better versions that come up as well.
Special characters.
Yeah. Okay. So like base Scorpion is not as good as M1K Scorpion or Hellfire Scorpion.
Yeah, I can sort of understand that, especially from like a gacha point of view, because I know those games where it's like, here is your favorite knight. But here's your favorite knight, SP. That's right. It's a beach skin or something like that. So that's probably like Arctic Sub-Zero and whatnot.
Like, you could take Academy Edelgard into your party, or you could take Christmas Edelgard and Summer Edelgard, and you should, because they're 2 of the best characters in the game. But
the best example I can think of is that one Yu-Gi-Oh card where he's just a knight with like a spear. And he's a pretty normal card, but then like him on a horse is a different card, and it's like way more powerful. And I forgot the name though, but that's my example. I'm a nerd too, okay?
I'd play Jack's Knight or something like that. Sounds about right.
But the story that people loved until the very end. I'm a little curious.
So basically, the premise is Baraka comes to the Lin Kuei Temple and he's like, "You tried to murder me, Sub-Zero. I'm going to kill you." And Sub-Zero beats him up and says, "No, let's just talk this out. What's going on?" And so Baraka explains, "I recognize you're sent from the tournament." And he says, "I wasn't at the tournament. That was my brother, and he's dead." And so they think Shang Tsung's up to something. So they go to Shang Tsung's island, and he's got Noob Saibot on loan from Quan Chi, because why not? And he's like, this is the guy who attacked me, because I didn't see him. I only smelled him. And then they beat up Noob, and then Noob snaps out with the brainwashing, and Sub-Zero's like, "I'm going to save you, brother. I'm going to go fucking kill Quan Chi, and you're going to be fine." And then Baraka accompanies them towards a portal, and Shao Kahn ambushes them. So the three beat up Shao Kahn.
Oh yes, of course. Final boss just shows up. What's up, guys? Time to ambush.
And then Noob's like, yeah, we beat Emperor of Outworld, Kuai Liang. I'm looking forward to more fights alongside you. And it's like, oh, the brothers, yeah. And then so then Baraka's like, I'll go with you to the Netherrealm, and Sub-Zero's like, no, you stay here and continue your rebellion from the main story. You just keep going with that plot point. And then the brothers go to the Netherrealm and they encounter Scorpion. And Scorpion's like, Bi-Han, you brought more Lin Kuei for me to slaughter. I don't know how this lines up with the narrative, because by the time Baraka's rebellion's ongoing, Scorpion and Sub-Zero are supposed to be allies, so I don't understand. The Chronicles are probably not canon. I don't think they've stated. But they beat Scorpion and explain, no, we didn't wipe out your clan, it was Quan Chi. And so Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Noob Saibot team up to go take on Quan Chi. And they beat him up. And then they beat him, and then you realise, wait, so there's 12 missions, and you fight Quan Chi, the main villain, in mission 11. Oh. Because they always do this. Like the Cabal one, the premise is Cabal is working with Eren. They're going to overthrow Kano because he sold them out. Then they beat him up in mission 11. Then mission 12 is Eren saying, no, Cabal, I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to take over the Black Dragon. You can piss off. So you have to beat him up, and then Cabal runs away. The last one is Raiden and Fujin are helping Shang Tsung, M1K Shang Tsung, to beat his Onslught counterpart. But then he's like, now I'm going to take his soul. And they say, no, you're not taking his soul. And he says, yes, I am. So you have to fight them. And so now it's you beat the main threat, Quan Chi, and then the twist that no one saw coming is Bi-Han's like, I was evil the whole time. You didn't see that coming.
Without my control.
I'm just evil. Quan Chi made me superior. And so you beat him up, and then the motivation for not killing him on the spot, because Sub-Zero's like, I'm done with you, brother. The motivation for not killing him is, well, he did say he's planning to go after Shinnok, so just let Netherrealm fight Netherrealm, and then once one of them's dead, we don't have to deal with both of them. And like that's Sub-Zero's plan. And I'm like, how much better would it have been though if this was like a prequel story set before the main plot, and that this is how Sub-Zero learns what happened to his brother, and he's freed, and Noob's like, yeah, I'm gonna go sabotage this stuff. You go get your Lin Kuei forces, and he goes off, and that sets up him being rebellious towards Quan Chi at the start of chapter 1, and then Scorpion comes and beats him up, and Quan Chi brainwashes him again, so it would make it tragic. But unfortunately, what we got is the most basic bitch obvious plot twist that Noob was lying because he's modern Bi-Han, who's just a cunt for no reason.
Yep.
And it's
I feel like the way you described it was like
because you get the brothers teaming up, and you get them teaming up with Scorpion, something we've never seen before, and it's really nice to see these new ideas. And then they're just doing the same shit that NetherRealm's doing, where Bi-Han is just the most obviously evil person. I mean, when you saw Bi-Han's personality in M1K, you knew he was going to turn evil. He's going to be I'm evil. Yep. That was going to happen at some point, obviously, because he's so obviously written as such a one-note character, and They had gold and they wasted it. Hopefully, I hope the next one's better.
I'm smelling a waste of Placentia video. Ooh.
I don't know if they'll do a dedicated episode. I might do like a bunch of these chronicles in one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you could wait and see what they do next.
Yeah.
Even I, who am not very critical of stories and am pretty easy to please, have to admit that NetherRealm can't write villains. Like, they just can't. And for some reason, I don't know if it's a Hollywood thing or just a gaming industry thing they all agreed on, or if it's just NetherRealm, but they really do go for the most straightforward, obvious thing possible every chance they get. Like, is this actually a new version of Noob Saibot that's, like, good because he's been freed? No, he's just still evil, but he lied. Because that's more straightforward. And we learned from MK11 Sindel that fans love it when you take a complex character and just make them really simple and take away any twist at all. They like it. They like when Cabal's just evil the whole time instead of actually being a criminal that became good and then died. No, he's just bad the whole time. They love it. They love when you do that.
They love jobbers. They definitely love them.
It's funny you mentioned Cabal, because the way he's portrayed here is him going against the Black Dragon is because he got sold out by Kano. He's not had a change of heart yet. He works with the Special Forces to fuck over Kano.
Nice. I like
good.
that,
So it's like, I mean, at least that is like a new take on it. It's Cabal not just being a villain or just being a good guy. It's a villain who's fucking over another villain for fucking him over. So that's something a little different, even if it's not the way I would have personally gone with it. But that's something. And then here's this noob who's walking in like, yeah, I was evil the whole time, and you couldn't figure it out. And I'm like, I figured it out pretty quick. I hoped it wouldn't be the case, but it's pretty obvious because that's how NetherRealm writes Bihan.
Cabal clenched his fist in rage and screamed out, "I'm tired of seeing pictures of you on Rule 34, Kano. Let this be our final battle." Rah!
How many are there that you would say that, TrueUnderDawg?
Hey, it's Cabal talking, not me. Why acting like I said it? That was Cabal. Just quoting him.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think Onslught has some W's and has some L's. You made it. The way you described that story kind of reminds me of like when Red Letter Media was reviewing the last Halloween movie. They were like, "Oh, well, we enjoyed 90% of the movie until the ending. The ending just ruined the whole thing, but we still enjoyed that first like part of it and stuff." I kind of remind me of like your stuff with, like talking about the Sub-Zero plot.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
At least it was a game and not a show like Voltron. That was pretty bad. The entire last season was a dumpster fire. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's funny how NetherRealm does that, where they're just like, well, it's actually quite good, and then it just drops off instantly. Like M1K is good, but then the multiverse stuff, it like really takes a nosedive.
Yeah.
How dare you? I loved that goofiness, and it's why we got SonicHaXD's amazing thumbnail with Reptile saving the Mortal Kombat universe.
Thank you very much. Oh, I'm so looking forward to trashing that part, but that's gonna take a while because right now, in my own script, I've only gotten to like chapter 7, and I haven't even started writing about my thesis on Reptile's character yet. So I'm very looking forward to doing that.
Real quick, we'll move on, but I just gotta share the 2 cents on this. My only real issue with that ridiculous, over-the-top ending, aside from it being an obvious ripoff of Marvel, because they've just been copying Marvel for a while now, but outside of that. My only real gripe is it has the cutscene problem that all the NetherRealm games have. Well, not Injustice, actually. Just, I think, the Mortal Kombat games. Where in a cutscene, it looks like just regular people mocap fighting. When these are like deity-level people fighting. So when they all clashed into each other, we should have seen like 100 people fly straight up. Like, ah! Just from like sheer force of like hitting each other, you know? We should have seen dudes getting thrown through pillars and exploding into guts and bits everywhere. But instead, we just see like regular movement and punching and kicking.
Well, you see, that is correct for Fire God Liu Kang and Titan Shing and Quan. However, and Katana. The other characters aren't confirmed to be Titans. They're just like other beings they found from other universes, basically.
Sure, but even in regular gameplay, they can hit someone so hard they go flying 10 feet in the air. Like, even like regular people can do that. Like Reptile has a move where he just launches them up, like just 2-4 or 2-3. He knees them like 10 feet in the air, so like they're all still super strong. There is like one example of it, and that's when Katana saves you and helps you kill the evil Kombat Kids.
Yeah.
And she looks back at you, and some random, I forget who even tackles her, but someone goes, yeah, like flying tackles her from off screen. That's like one example of how the whole scene should have been for everybody. Like just like that fast, that powerful, going everywhere, because that's what they are. And I can never stop cracking up at your character running up the stairs, like speedily, and looking like so goofy, like not even skipping steps, just
to me the mocap issue with that is really heavily influenced on like the fighting parts in the cutscene, because it's like, oh yes, my character General Shao using his little fists to fight people now. And the gameplay, axe time. It's like Kenshin never uses his sword, Kung Lao never uses his hat, Reptile never turns reptilian form. They all just use the same kung fu moves now. And then the other thing about mocapping that I'll probably mention is like, it's very obvious when they're running indoors. You just see them doing this and stuff. Some of them are just very, very funny, the way how they run. Let's go.
You can tell like when the evil forces are running down, the mocap actors are like looking at the feet so they don't fucking
it's like, charge! It's really funny.
Like it would have worked better if they just had a few characters fly up. Like, oh, here's Raiden, Ermac. They fly up because that's what they did. They and Sindel, and then they start bombarding the heroes, and like the camera follows them. So then when it's coming back up, by that point everyone's much closer together and ready to fight, and so you don't see as much of that goofiness. Like plan around it.
Yeah. I'm looking very forward to analyzing every single frame of that like Armageddon scene because I'm sure there's like a lot of goofy stuff and
how
like,
many
cool
reptiles
things I can
are
find in
there.
there.
Because everyone knows there are like 80 Quan Chis, how many reptiles are there?
Exactly.
Count
Just
how many.
a random thought, and it would have ruined the anticipation and build-up, but they're all running at each other in the pyramid, right? But like a huge chunk of those characters can teleport.
Yeah.
So there would have been some people
yeah.
just teleporting to the very front and like sucker punching a dude for cheap shots.
No.
know?
They gotta do the Armageddon thing because it's the same way. They all just bam into each other, you know. And it's the
Stryker
same
just
thing. It's
stares
a reference
upward.
To that. Reference to that.
We see Stryker just stare up like at the bad guys and just go, fuck it. Take this, Mileena. Yeah! Still punches her for no reason before running up. Snake is frozen, by the way. Oh, there he is. Okay, good. He's moving.
Yeah, you were glitching a little bit, Snake. Just so you know, sometimes the way, like right now, we can't hear what you're saying.
I'm not speaking right now.
Oh.
Up.
You're frozen on our screen right now. We actually can't. Maybe join back in. See if that.
Yeah.
Unbeknownst to us, he's actually fighting for his life against Robo Snake.
Oh shit.
And that's what we were hearing, like beep, beep, beep.
Robo Snake, can you hear us? Come in, Robo Snake.
Hello.
You're our only hope.
Yeah, I hear hello.
Hello. I'm here. Is this better?
All right, it seems like you're back. Speaking of freezing up, we should totally talk about the Frozen season of of Mortal Kombat 1. Hey.
I didn't get to play it yet.
Wait, really? You haven't started the Invasions mode?
No, I finished Spider-Man 2 instead. I finally
good
finished
for you.
it.
Yeah,
that seems like a more fun
that was a
Christmas
funny
thing.
thing on the Soul stream was realizing, yeah, I was finishing Spider-Man 2 around the same time.
Oh, that's funny. You've both gotten to the end. We cannot talk about Spider-Man 2. If we talk about Spider-Man 2, that'll be a whole entire episode.
Yeah, fair.
But to me, I think there's a couple of funny things that happened. Literally the hour the update happened, we were all up for that. I still think that was one of the most funniest like incidents that happened from like an NRS game. It's like, okay, this was the night of the December 14th or something. Although it was night for me, it was like daytime for Snake Dog, I'm assuming. Update came out. Snake and I were in Discord just chatting, just being like, oh, look at all these news crap we can find in this game and all that kind of stuff. Cool. And then go into Invasions mode, and it's like, all these maps are still the same as like the previous season, except for the nighttime Invasion. That's the only one that's like locked.
And they're all, and it's like, progress from last season carries over. Like, the last map where we fought Nitara, it says 100%, which I'm pretty sure I didn't even get 100% last time. It's like, 100% completed. Like, what? And it's not locked. So I select it, and it's I've spawned into the map, and then next thing I know, the game's just like, unlock bad guy Sub-Zero skin, and a bunch of other like random assorted skins.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yep.
And then I'm like, what is happening? So I'll let the boys know and check out the other maps, and the same thing happens there. So I've got like half the evil Sub-Zero skins. I guess the others are probably going to be in Fengjian because that wasn't unlocked. And so I went through all the maps and just all these skins just randomly unlocked. And unfortunately, when NetherRealm fucking shut down the server, rolled it back, they didn't take away the skins we'd obtained. We got to keep those.
Yeah.
Because it's Christmas. It's the season of giving. See, I fell short because I wish I had been smart enough. Thanks for telling us, by the way, in the Discord, Snake. That was awesome. But I did the first Mesa, or the last one rather, thinking that that's the only one that had the unlock. I was a fool because that's what happened with the Shao Kahn boss battle. It wasn't working correctly, and if you joined the Mesa, it just gave you Shao's outfit. So I thought it was that. So I just did the final Mesa and thought, well, I did it. I got the main skin for beating Invasions. I'm done. I'm going to do something else now. I could have opened every single Mesa and got all the shit for free, and I only opened one.
By the way, I just found out about this recently, and when I found out about this, I was kind of pissed. I'm like, did they ever say this? Or maybe I didn't read it, but I'm pretty sure I didn't know about this. So currently, Baraka and Shao are the only Titan battles that will appear midway through the season. This time, rumor has it's going to be Evil Ashra. But I then read up, and it says, like, how do you get the other color palettes of the Evil Shao and Evil Baraka? And it's like, well, you had to beat the boss again. And each time you beat it, you get another palette. And I'm like,
They never
I
said
didn't know that.
They never mentioned that. I would know.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Like, what?
I'm obsessive enough that I would have done that.
Yeah,
I
I
knew
would
it
have done
somehow.
that.
I don't know how I knew it, but I did know that.
There was nothing to suggest that. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Nether
because
I thought it was the
uh,
same for the final bosses too, until you guys corrected me and that like, no, if you want the Tara's like palettes, you just go to those unlike areas.
fire
And
gates.
I'm like, oh,
and,
okay.
yeah, and stuff.
So sorry, Snake. You didn't cheat hard enough. You didn't cheat close enough to the sun.
Because I was playing Baraka and I was like, I like this Titan Baraka skin, but I wish I had the colors because I don't really like the base color. But
Yeah.
gotta wait a year or something. I don't know.
I don't know why
Kinda
Baraka's
sucks.
wearing like baby blue for his default colors. That's weird.
Yeah.
Kind of epic though.
And then his other skin has the default is orange, and I'm like, this is. I like the other colors a little bit more. Orange is. Why not just give him white like he used to have or something? But anyways.
Listen, I'm still kind of mad that the Natara color for the classic skin was like a glitch because I was looking forward to that when it got leaked early in
Oh,
advance and
that's
like the
sad.
neon
They never
pink,
actually
green,
had
and
that.
purple, and it's just something different. Yeah, it's like baby pink and white or something. It's not.
Have they
the
fixed
same.
that though? I'm actually kind of curious. Is it still like that?
I'm not sure either, but I saw the leaks before she was even available, and I was like, dude, I want that 80s themed like skin
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
neon palette colors, you know? But nope, it was just like a weird texture error, like just not loading the materials, I guess. And Natara's actually decent now because of the update, so that's cool.
Speaking of the more bugs that happened, Dog kind of got screwed over because he wanted to make a video about Quan Chi, and once the servers went down, Quan Chi
Yeah.
was locked for like 12 hours too.
Unless you played
Apparently-
unless you played offline. Dog said,
Yes,
yeah.
that's the workaround. So if this happens to
Okay.
anybody else ever again, apparently if you want to play this stuff and that happens and servers go down, just put your console into offline mode, and then for some reason all the stuff, at least the DLC, becomes unlocked like it should be. It's not going to unlock anything you haven't already got, but if you already have it, like Quan Chi, then you just put your PS5 in offline mode, and then you can play Quan Chi.
Okay.
Quan Chi.
By the way, we gotta have let TrueUnderDawg have his moment. So TrueUnderDawg, tell us how you feel about Quan Chi as of right now.
Oh, I've already been talking a lot, but yeah, I think Quan Chi is fine. My only real critique is that people are way too quick to say if a character is good or bad. Y'all got to stop with that. Like literally day one, I saw some YouTubers that my friends respect a lot, and I think they're cool too, and they were already on Twitter saying like Quan Chi way too weak, like damage too low, and I'm like, okay, realistically, it's only been like a few hours. There's no way we found the optimal combo with this character, and sure enough, yeah, Quan Chi turns out with just one bar and one cameo gets 39%. And then if you have his portal open and get a punish, you get like 42% for one bar and one cameo. So his damage is just fine. And on top of that, he has the best keep away. Like no one's arguing that. He definitely has the best keep away. And he also has really good counter keep away because the dang teleport, right? He's got the dumb trap shenanigans, which are broken. Like he can do a weird throw setup into the cage. Yeah. I still haven't mastered that yet, but that's really cool. That's some dirty stuff. And there's one more thing he's good at. Oh, up close he has 50-50s, like out the wazoo. You can react to them, but that to me is tougher than fuzzying. I like 50-50s I can just fuzzy. You have to actually visually watch Quan Chi to see what's coming, and that's like way trickier, I feel like, in the heat of the moment. So I would say Quan Chi is fine. Like completely fine. Should his tongue do more damage, like his little meter burn tongue that costs 2 bars? Yeah, it probably should, because it costs 2 bars. But so far I've learned that NetherRealm does not know how to make any 2-bar specials worth it. I haven't come across a single one where like the 2 bars is actually worth it.
Yeah, I don't see a point of using those. It's like that's a lot of commitment.
Yeah. Maybe Reiko, and that's like it. Because he gets a mid command grab. And I don't mean mid as in like the way Zoomers say it, where it's like it's average. No, I mean it hits mid. You can't duck under it.
yeah, the mid attack bars and stuff. The other thing about Quan Chi is that Snake before the servers went down actually did play his arcade ending and stuff. Did you see the arcade ending, Dog?
I did. I thought it was the most boring generic thing ever.
It's pretty. It's pretty like okay, sure. The only interesting thing
I could figure out that Quan Chi would want power. Like, wow, so insightful.
But it's not accurate though. Quan Chi just thinks he wants power. What Quan Chi actually wants is to lick someone's boots, to like kiss ass. That's always been what he does. It's like it's Shinnok or it's somebody else. Quan Chi wants to lick boot.
Especially now that the boots are all open-toed.
Yeah.
From the intro
no,
dialogue,
it's a terrible image in my
like,
head now.
You see, that will help his tongue do more damage.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, why not use those tongues as the? Oh, you know, this is getting creepy. That's
Since we're talking about tongues,
This
the amazing artist that always makes requests for, or always answers our requests, who watches this podcast, can you make a cute little comic where it turns out that evil portal monster thing is like Quan Chi's wife? Like they got married or something, and so like he'll be in the middle of doing something, and the portal opens. Rah, Quan Chi, I just got done doing the. No, not now, sweetheart. Not now. Back to the Netherrealm. Go back. But I love you. Go back.
That's so kind of funny. But yeah, his ending. The thing is, Snake asked a question that I still really don't have a good concrete answer for. Like, are those portal Netherrealm shenanigans like stuff he learned after the story mode, or like? Is that something that he could use, he just never used? Because in the arcade ending, I was hoping we'd get some hints, but no, instead we get a hint that he's going to use Shinnok's ability, and that's it. So it's hard to tell, really. I guess we'll have to wait for the DLC to see what they decide to do.
I think all it's supposed to be is it's been a thing for a while that Quan Chi is stronger in the Netherrealm for some reason. So I think they're just trying to bring back that idea. So all those portals are just him taking you to the Netherrealm and back. So if you fall into a portal, you're going into the Netherrealm, and when you fall out, you're coming back to Earthrealm. And I thought that Netherrealm was actually purple, but I'm wrong. That's just the veil.
Yeah,
because it opens completely sometimes. You see like the actual hellfire and stuff in the background. Yeah,
it follows
I was kind of hoping the Netherrealm was going to be weird and purple now, like the Cosmos instead of like hell. But it probably should be hell. 'Cause it's always been hell.
Well, if you're gonna do, the whole like guy uses portals to summon things, wouldn't it have been way cool if the different attacks had different portals? So like this one, he summons like I don't know, like a space rock from Chaos Realm. This one is like a creature from Outworld, like reach out and attack. And then you have ones that's just the Void or the Netherrealm, and just use that to do cool stuff. They won't do cool stuff because it's modern MK, but you know it would have been cool.
Maybe a little too much, because like that'd be a little like Quan Chi is already a little like they're giving him a little too much power in this game as it is. It's like, yes, Quan Chi summons Cthulhu monsters, tentacles, skeleton upper punch. Well, I love that ability too. I love the skeleton stuff.
My best friend.
Skeleton head.
I love a lot of his animations, like the way he blocks and the way
with the skeleton head
and summons the skeletons.
Yeah.
That's good.
And also, he gave Havoc his powers.
Yeah.
And also, he made an entire race of vampires immune to the sun.
Yeah.
It's just like,
right,
well, okay, what can't he do then?
Oh, that should be a meme. Like, you know the Dio meme? Like, it was me, Dio, the whole time? That should be a Quan Chi thing. It's like, it was me, Quan Chi, the whole time. I was the mastermind behind this evil. Because they keep doing that. They keep making him responsible for everything. Like, if Sindel does come back as a zombie, it's going to be Quan Chi again. Like, they're not
did you
gonna
know,
let Shang
based
Tsung
off
have
of the intro dialogues, that apparently Quan Chi was the one who built the fucking flesh pits? You know, it's like, yeah, you're not wrong. It's slowly revealing it was me. I did this, and I did that, and I did this, and I did that.
That doesn't even make sense, though, because Shang Tsung is clearly the one, like, writing the schematics and stuff and, like, doing the alchemy. Damn.
There was an intro dialogue, Reptile being like, the vivisection was built by you, wasn't it? Oh, the eye can make such horror like that. Or something like that.
That's funny, because that implies that... So, the idea for the flesh pits must have come from Damashi, Titan Shang Tsung, which means Titan Shang Tsung didn't give those plans to his own counterpart, but to Quan Chi. Why?
I guess he wants to give him the more monstery stuff, because he's got the tentacle shenanigans and whatnot.
No matter what the case may be, my favorite thing about M1K Shang Tsung is that we know he's an artist, because you can see like his stenciled like drawings and stuff of anatomy if you play through like
yeah, in the Shang Tsung's
it's for science, right? But he had to get really good at drawing to like do it correctly, and you can just see his detailed sketches in the background and stuff. So I just love to think that in his free time, Shang Tsung's like just like drawing
I like
art.
that. I like that headcanon. I should maybe mention that in my video. Just I like that.
But while searching his lab after it's been abandoned at the end of the story, Mileena Katana, they find all these drawings he's done of Sindel with massive tits. And they're like, either that or he's a footman.
A footman
just draws lots of. Oh, he's like the JoJo Part 4 villain. He just like draws women's feet in private and is like, yeah. See, here was my
your
my
soul
joke.
Is
But
mine.
you beat me to it, Snake. I'm surprised. I was gonna make the degenerate joke first, but I was gonna say how funny would it be if like Shang Tsung meets with like evil version Katana that we see in story mode, right? And he's like, okay, I need you to pose for me. This is like one of my master plans. And like she like lays on the couch like Titanic style, right? And like he's drawing her. He's like, keep the mask on, but he's drawing her naked. And then in the middle of an epic fight, he looks at Fire God Liu Kang and goes, "Hey Liu Kang, look, it's a naked image of Katana." And he's like, "No, my eyes," because he's like a little good boy. He's like, "We're not married yet." He just looks away, and they get free shots at him.
The ultimate plan. And there you goes, guys. I see in the comment section, I saw in the last episode, you timestamp where we talk about the feet. Thank you very much for that, by the way. I noticed that.
I mean that'll be helpful for a compilation eventually. Kombat King compilations. Every time Snake goes off on NetherRealm, every time Dog is a shill, every time Sonic talks about Reptile, every time it talks about feet, and that's the longest compilation by far.
Oh, hilarious.
Damn.
Speaking of the
Gotta
comment
beat these
section,
shill allegations.
in our last comment section, I saw something that was really funny in my opinion. So, TrueUnderDawg actually left a comment on the most recent video, and that was like very cool. Got to see TrueUnderDawg's comment. And then I think in the responses, like someone just kind of wrote like the Snake your joke, TrueUnderDawg more like true under like pay under the table, that joke. And then I can't see it here, but I did see it before. But essentially TrueUnderDawg responded to the guy, but also the Kombat Kings also responded to that comment too, and I'm like, I didn't respond to that. Why? So TrueUnderDawg responded and then used the Kombat Kings account to respond again to the person.
I think it was in the opposite order, like, because I just get notified of us both. For anyone not aware of the lore here, like, Sonic was on a trip, and so I had to, like, manage the account a little bit while he was gone.
Yeah.
And now I get notified of both sometimes, so I'm just trying to reply, and I forget that when I'm replying, it switches me to the Kombat King. So I reply as myself, but with the account by accident, and then I logged in as me to clarify as myself, like I should have the first time. And then I forgot to delete the Kombat Kings one. So
yeah. So now it's just the Kombat King.
It may seem like I'm piling on as myself both times, but that was not the intention. I'm just stupid, as it turns out. Like, you know.
It's not Dog trying to abuse the power of the system. He's not trying to create the official statement of the Kombat Kings brand for, in regards to this subject. No, he's just a fucking idiot.
I once got a comment because I like responded to someone with my own like account and stuff, and then like the Kombat Kings account responded to me, and I'm like, what the fuck? Did somebody hack our account?
I should have done that. Like, I didn't realize that you would think it was anybody else.
I got really
you
panicked,
knew that I had access. So I should have like really done that, like a hacking prank. And then for a split second, you would have known the fear that I felt when my Twitter got hacked that one time. Not just the YouTube one, but my Twitter got hacked one time too, and just advertised some random thing. My buddy luckily told me, he's like, "Dude, did you get hacked again?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "On Twitter, you just randomly retweeted this weird political thing that you would like never do." I'm like, "Huh?" And sure enough, apparently that was like after a data dump. So like everyone's stuff got leaked, but they just grab whoever has following. So they grabbed me.
Interesting.
So
yeah, like
Dog responds to some randomer's comment, as the Kombat Kings, saying, "Follow this link for free V-Bucks," and it's just a link to Dog's channel. And Sonic,
so just so you guys
Sonic
know,
follow the link.
fans,
Sonic can't see the full link. It's one of those like me whatever dot, so it's not like a proper link, so you don't know what it is, and he's like, what's happening? And he can't follow the link because it might be a virus, you don't know. And
he's
just freaking out, and we get hacked, and Dog's there like,
it was me. Diota.
I guess I have a question, Sonic. As someone who actually played Invasions Part 3, I'm guessing, how is it? Is it just more the same, or did they improve on some things, or?
Okay, there's a lot of M1K stuff I want to talk about, but we can jump to the Invasion stuff, because me and Snake, we did play this. And just to close off the last conversation, if you ever get a Kombat Kings comment, it could either be me or Dog now, because I don't put XD in the comments when I'm doing Kombat Kings to make it more like I'm a brand person or something, but it's either me or Dog basically now. So just so you guys know, see who you guys gonna reply to you now.
But still don't follow links. Don't follow links still, even for
absolutely, absolutely.
Because it could be a bot, it could be a hacker. You don't know. So don't follow any links. Even if you ask for a link and they provide one, don't follow it. Just Google yourself, lazy bitch.
So, Invasion Season 3, in my opinion, I just think the seasons do get a little bit better each time, but that's me, because this time I did not care about getting all the skins. I was just like, I just want to... First off, you got the whole bug thing, so you have all the skins that you want, But I decided to still play Invasions because A, I could talk about it on the podcast, and B, just playing through the Invasions mode will get me coins because I want to still like buy out everything in the shrine, which I did.
Which is a real pain this season because now we've got a bunch of combat card things.
Oh yeah,
and
so
to pad things out instead because they've gone through most of the concept art.
Oh
and it's like,
no!
And it's like,
yeah,
no,
you got that's the new one. Yeah, and it's just character and random ass poses and stuff like that. Yeah. I do like the Reptile one that I got, which is just basically Reptile turning into the reptilian form. So his body is human, but his hands and head are just reptilian, like that basically. So I am using that one currently. But yeah, that's gonna pad out your like
So like the last two games had seasonal ones. Like there was like a 4th of July Shao Kahn pointing, that was a fun one. And there was like Christmas, I think Collector had one. But they had stuff like that. Why not do that this season instead of just random bullshit? It's stupid. I hate it. And the new costumes that they've added, it's like, it's Liu Kang with his hood, which is good, admittedly, but it's still ultimately a variation on an existing costume. And then the other one is Mileena's festival outfit, which was pretty predictable after the Katana one. They've not put, I don't think they've put MK3 Kung Lao in, unless they have.
No, it's just these two. It's just these two. So it's like less this time.
No new cameo skin, even though MK3 Kung Lao has been in the files since launch.
Yeah, because last season in the Shrine, you could get, like, I think every single character wearing white. And this time in the Shrine, you can get them wearing blue, but I'm not even too sure if it's everybody. It could still be everybody, but, like, I felt like those borders were, like, padding out so much that I couldn't even tell if everybody got a blue skin. Oh, by the way, Snake, just FYI, if you... Because this time, they gave everybody frosty blue skins with, like, light blue-ish color. So, unfortunately, you can't really make your Kuai Liang Sub-Zero dream come true because it's a little too light blue. However, there is a darker blue like costumes like color scheme in the shrine for Kuai Liang. So if you want to get that, you could consider trying to do that.
I really like those dark blue.
Let me find it.
The dark blue and the black color schemes. They look really, really good. It reminds me of approximately the coloration of like Deadly Alliance Frost. It looks really good on pretty much everyone. The problem is, those are associated with the blue skin and white hair. Like they're really like ridiculously redone skins for the characters. I wish what they really should have done is made it that the weird extra bit was a separate customization thing. So if you wanted a tatted out Kuai Liang in blue, you'd be able to do that. But no, it's like it's locked in.
Yeah, like I'll say
I rather like the white hair on the ladies. It's like the only thing I like about. Well, actually,
Katana looks good with white hair, in my opinion.
I think the new season skins are a bit of a banger. I like the addition to how it's not just color changes, but they add textures to stuff. I still find that kind of cool that they're going a bit extra with that. Like how season 1 had the fire pattern. Or the tattoos.
Well, season 1 was about the tattoos mostly, like on the skin, basically.
But it should have been burned. It should have been like crispy burned up people. But so we've had the tattoos, which isn't even a scorpion thing, but I guess it's a way of making the skin black. Then we had the vampire thing with the grey skin and blood as well.
Mileena. What are they gonna do for Mileena? Yeah.
Give everyone Tarkat teeth. Everyone just has.
One is either they'll do Tarkats, which is a lot more work, or it will be they'll get Tarkatan eyes, purple colours, and maybe the teeth will be a little sharper. But I don't see them actually doing all that much with it. Maybe they'll get blood around their mouths as well, as if they've been eating people. But if we got like full on like that Tarkat and Johnny, that's you can fight in the story mode. If we could get that for everyone, that'd be amazing. But that's too much effort.
Johnny, that's right. I love that guy.
They'd rather just flood the selection with like 6 new skins that are all just the same, but with like the blues in different places. And also you get these dogs like Johnny Cage when he's got the white hair. He looks like fucking Jack Frost from that Rise of the Guardians, whatever it's called.
It's funny. It is funny.
What is?
Hey, win-win. What's the problem?
Here, by the way, here is the.
What's the problem with Jack Frost? Everyone loves Jack Frost.
Skin that you can get in the
That does
shrine.
look pretty good.
Yeah, it looks really cool, and he even got the scar.
Yeah,
he does.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, just so you guys, in my opinion, I do think the Invasion season skins like each season do get a little better. Like in this season, you get like coloration of blue and also some more icy skins, with some characters having like white hair. Like, in my opinion, I actually do think if you want to have the MK11 Fire God Liu Kang, well, you have MK11 Fire God Liu Kang at home here. You can make him have white hair and stuff. Just kind of a style
and
too.
The bluer tones too, yeah.
Yeah.
And I know it's not going to happen because the ESG score is a real thing, but if it wasn't, then Mileena's season of Invasion would give like everybody a revealing alt. She's like, in my world, everyone shows more skin.
That's too much effort. Everybody.
Well, because Mileena doesn't want to stand out anymore. She still wants to be sexy and say, don't look at my face, but she doesn't want to be the only one dressing that way. So she, like, as a mandate, everyone's got to show lots of skin.
The rated one has potential because I'm sure that'll be, like, god eyes and, like, the glowing tattoos like he and Fujin have, and Fire God Liu Kang. And then... Yeah. And probably like they'll get that, and then you get the dark coloration for that. I say that, but that's two very contrasting color schemes, so they probably won't do it. But that has a lot of potential of like the good god and the evil god versions for the characters. That could work, but will NetherRealm do it? Probably not, because NetherRealm bad.
Yeah. In this season, I will say
it's also a question of will NetherRealm even last that long, because Warner Bros might have to merge with another company, and then we don't know what's going to happen to NetherRealm.
They're going to go in the merger.
That, dude. Listen, if they do fall, it's all their own fault for embracing like the stuff that all these companies are doing, right? But that's like my livelihood. Don't go away, NetherRealm.
We gotta keep it alive, guys.
NK will survive. Some studio will take over and then probably make the game better. Let's be real. And then they'll bring back Ed Boon as a consultant like 5 years time, and they'll wheel him out at like E3 to announce like MK13, and he'll just be like the guy he'll be like Stan Lee, that I'm like a brand ambassador than someone who actually works on the thing, because they're like, no, we're gonna make this thing now. It's our time, and then the next MK movie will probably be either straight to streaming or it will be just cancelled after being finished. Because the person in charge of Warner Discovery is a fucking moron. Like, there's no other way. This isn't my opinion. It's fact. He's a fucking idiot. He doesn't know what he's doing. This guy needs to just go away. Let someone else actually do something with these things. If they just release Batgirl on streaming,
give us the shitty Batgirl. Yeah, give it to us. I want to see it.
Let us. You can make money for a product you finished. You can't make money for something you've not. Why would you prioritize a tax write-off over
money laundering, Snake? Money laundering.
It's very
You're
complicated.
You're not seeing the bigger picture. We gotta money launder.
It's no good laundering money if you end up with less money.
That's not that complicated.
It's like how Disney is constantly like losing money too on stuff, and it's like, why are you spending all this money on these films that could have been made for half the price? Where's the money even going?
Yeah, it is scary. It's like, no offense to the movie Wish. I heard it's mediocre, but it's like, how much did that spend? How much? And it's like, you look at movies that other studios that made this year, and it's like,
yeah. I'm not saying there's money laundering, but there very likely could be money laundering, or they're just paying actors that much, which is still ridiculous.
Allegedly, basically. Oh no, Snake! I will say one thing I did not like about the skins this time are the white and black hairstyles that some of the characters have. It just doesn't look that good.
Yeah.
You will see them in game, and like the effects do not make it look that very good. Here I got a video I could show that explains this. It also explains a weird glitch that I got on a PC version. Snake, do you play PC or do you play PlayStation?
PlayStation. Okay,
you might not have seen this, but basically, the blood effects are like. Well, you'll see. I'm gonna let like my Jean-Claude Van Damme skin get hit, and you can sort of see the square palette blood effects all over my character and stuff. But yeah, and also kind of showcases the hairstyle that I'd mentioned. I'm not a big fan of the black and white. Like that texture looks weird.
I got separated from the back.
I think the implication is supposed to be as if they've been like blasted from the front with ice, as if. Dog died.
Oh really?
Let sleeping dogs let sleeping dogs die, I guess.
Hello,
welcome back. You just missed out on Snake's amazing cringe joke. How dare you?
Some old lady got her foot tangled in my Ethernet cable and broke her hip, but it's okay because I plugged the cable back in.
Yeah, of course it was. There you go. Of course it was a foot dog. Of course it was.
So in terms of, you were asking about this season's invasions. By the way, I don't know if they fixed it yet. Let me just check. But like, because of the bug that happened in the beginning of the season, so it's like when they fixed the servers, if you turned on the invasions mode, okay, that got fixed. Because on the top right, it would just say like percentage question mark or something like that.
Season off season.
Oh, what the frick, dude? This is hilarious. Okay, so when I first started playing this season, it will tell you how much completion percent it will give you, right? So it'll be like, oh, you've completed 60% of the season. Because of the server issue, the completion is completely false. I'm like halfway through one of the mesas, and it already gives me like 100%.
Yeah.
But now I'm just checking right now, December 23rd. Every single one of my mesas says 0% right now.
Yeah.
Even though I beat it.
I don't know how this keeps going so wrong.
Okay, I can kind of explain, but it's not a great excuse. It's more of an explanation. As someone who's coded and done programming, you really can change one line of script and mess everything up. It's like ridiculous how that works, but it absolutely can happen. So somebody who got their position through nepotism messed up and like ruined everything, because like a good coder should never make this mistake. Either that, or they inherited somebody else's code and were told to like make changes, and because they weren't the person who actually originally coded it, they were unfamiliar with some stuff. That can happen too. You're supposed to do what's called tandem coding, where you both code at the same time, so you're familiar with what's going on. But 0%. Yeah, look at that.
Understandable.
0% completion.
Yeah. It's not the biggest deal, but it is very funny. Okay, so Dog, in order for you to have the best experience in invasions mode, you need to have this documents turned on at all times to make sure that you know what path you are on. Because this document tells you where you go, what skins you get. If you open this ornate chest, you get this skin and all that kind of stuff. And I use this as a guide for me to not give a fuck about whatever skins I don't want. I don't care about that skin, let's go up. I don't care about that skin, let's go left. But also, like, looking at this map, it made me realize just how, like, scummy some of the things on the map are. Like, if you go to the Living Forest, the map, if you start off, you can either choose to go right or you can choose to go left. If you choose to go right, that's the correct path. If you choose to go left, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fights, and it'll just loop you back to the start with no reward. You just do 7 fights for nothing.
that was the season 1 thing too. I remember that, like going on a huge roundabout trip, thinking for sure it led to something, and it did not. It just looped you back around. But looping is still better than going all the way back. I'll say that. That's
at least in season 1 you get talismans. But like, even though that's kind of useless, but you get something. I think in the Shane Stone's laboratory, if you go to the top left, you can see it's like it gives you like that whole entire section of how you're going to go through it, and it's like you can skip through all of that just by going left. 1, 2, just 2 fights and stuff.
Good point, Sonic. Are there any goofy talismans for this season of Invasion? Because for the last one, we had like the funny chainsaw Roomba,
the
like
squirrel. You got the Warhammer. You got the Warhorn. The Warhorn is back, but it's a lot weaker this time. I'm not gonna lie.
Damn it.
Either it's because I think you have to buy them from the collector, and I just didn't like look through them or test it enough. I used only about like 3 or 4 talismans this season. Maybe it's because I also skipped a bunch of chests, because like I said, I don't care about all the skins, and I got a couple of free ones.
That's like the most infuriating thing, is when you use a key on a chest and you just get a talisman, not a skin or something.
Because you've already gotten the skin, so you don't get the skin again.
Oh, that'll be it. Yeah. Oh, fuck.
That's why. Yeah. That's the reason.
Here's the thing: what they should have done, because we have the Warhorn, they should have made something similar for this season, but it's just an army of reptile elves. Just charging at the opponent.
That's gonna be the reptile season, the best season that's coming up. Whenever that happens.
But you already have the elf costume, is what I meant. So you could have just shrunk them down and had an army of reptiles run across the screen, and just like be in elf costumes, and it'd be Santa Claus themed.
Well, the reptile season will be great because everyone's gonna get a black and green color scheme, and that's a really solid color combination that's not used enough.
That's cool.
And then everyone's obviously gonna get a lizard skin.
Let's go, lizardy everybody. That's gonna be the best.
The only problem is that we don't get these skins for DLC or cameo characters. So if you could get a skin that turned chameleon, full on like lizard woman, that'd be great.
Lizardy more.
I'm sure it's by like weird fan art where it's like, here's Ashra and Lee May, who are now lizard people because they caught something from Reptile,
Okay, and I want to complain about something real quick, and this may seem unfair to complain about, but I have to do it. In the seasonal store, when you go to look at all the different palettes you can buy with the seasonal coins, some characters just don't get very many palettes at all. Like they just get two,
it's so unfair.
Like Natara does not have a white hair alt at all. And I'm like, what the heck? Like Natara with like icy white hair could look really
it's
cool.
Somewhere else, like it could be because
it could be in the shrine and it could be in Invasions, but no, I don't remember Natara having white hair.
They're all in different places, so like, you can't look at it and go, okay, here's all the stuff this character gets this season. But that also means that if you look at, say, Liu Kang and he's got like two customization items, like 2 of his gear and like 7 skins. There's more skins in the shrine and in Invasions, and it's like it's not even across all the characters, even though it's the same shitty recolors.
They overgive all the time for Scorpion and Sub-Zero. I have to scroll down twice every time I get to them. It's like, yep, we know who your babies are. NRS, we know. Yeah, I don't see white hair
like how
Natara,
you get lucky sometimes, and for the new season, you get like a brand new skin too for the character. Like with Liu Kang in season 1, you got the shirtless alt, which was like not a thing, I don't think. So that was
no,
cool.
You get that if you unlock Mastery level 18.
Oh, you're right.
Alt.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Dang, okay.
Mastery 18 gets you the default color of the alternate skin, but you get alts based off of like the invasion. Like you can also get like the only exception is Shang Tsung, because if you get Mastery 18, you get good guy Shang Tsung. But every single invasion skin palette are all the evil Shang Tsung ones for some reason. When you don't even get evil Shang Tsung yet in the game, which I think is very funny.
Also, real quick complaint. Maybe I'm in the minority here. I think the black and silver mastery is fine, but black and gold, like, not as cool as white and gold. Sorry, I just think white and gold would have looked way cooler. Just
you like the
personally.
Chronica color palette, eh? You like that one a little bit more, eh?
I liked it more in Combat League for MK11. Like, there's that one season where it was all gold and white if you got the very top like ranks, and they looked really good. Like Sub-Zero in gold and white just looked really freaking cool. Jade in gold and white looked really good. Like, I won't pretend it didn't. Black and gold just aren't like, I don't know, white and gold's always been more the thing, I feel like, but could just be me.
Okay, but by the way, since we're talking about skins, I'd like to formally apologize to everyone in the MK community. Very sorry for what I've sinned and done, because I made a bold prediction and I underestimated NRS's ability of squeezing as much ounce of the milk out as possible. Quan Chi released only has 1 skin, despite the fact that you can clearly see the other 2 in the story mode. And I made that bold claim, and TrueUnderDawg also mentioned it in his video. SonicHaXD said this, so many people believed my bold claim. I'm very sorry about that. Surimase.
Yeah. It would have made sense. I mean, you should have had it for sure.
It's not your fault NetherRealm's lazy, and I probably saving it for the story expansion, where we'll probably play as Quan Chi for like 1 chapter, and when you do that, you'll get his like other. Well, that's the thing is like, because now the multiverse is open, it's harder to predict who's going to get chapters, because like, the villains don't get chapters. But what if good guy Quan Chi just walks into for 1 scene and we get to play as him? You don't know. So. Oh,
you mean the DLC, the upcoming story expansion?
The story expansion, yeah. And then there's meant to be more good stuff coming after that, and I'm like, what? Another story expansion? A new mode? Will Invasions be good finally?
I will say this though, I am kind of happy with the gear that Quan Chi has, because it's like a lot of the gears are so tiny that you can barely like notice them, like Tanya's staff. But at least Quan Chi, you can at least change a lot of his like skins and all that kind of stuff, which is fun.
There are 2 missing. One is, I can understand why you'd leave this out though, which is just original Quan Chi when he didn't have the tattoos. So
exactly.
It's just the white.
Like come on now.
I can understand why someone might leave that out, because it's basically could be seen as like what's already there but less. But why the fuck is his brown? Why the fuck is his brown skin from the story mode not in the game? Why can't we have his natural skin color? And someone was, I had an argument with someone on Twitter about this. About they were saying who would even use that skin? Like, why would everyone want that? I'm like it's canon. It looks good. Some people just would want to have the brown skin version. And you have to really feel bad for the face model now. It's like he can't even be himself when he plays as Quan Chi. It's like
the option is there. That's the main reason why.
That's the thing. Is like
because the option is there.
It's this weird thing NetherRealm does. Like, it's like last time when you had the disguises that Liu Kang and Kung Lao were, and you can't get those. It's like the stuff that the assets are made, exists in the game, but we can't have it. why can't we have this skin color for Quan Chi that he wears for several scenes? That he has for several scenes, and it's how he's introduced. It's arguably his most iconic look in the game because of that fucking meme. Because that's how he looks when he's doing the pointing meme. So
yeah.
let us have that, NetherRealm, you fucking fools.
The thing is, though, I will give them this. I'm pretty certain that it's going to happen eventually. They're just waiting their time with it because, and like at least like you said, the MK11 they don't have some of the cutscene skins. It seems like they will be putting every cutscene skin in the game this time, unlike an MK11.
Yeah.
We don't have the Oshtek Wait, was it Oshtek Disguise? Yeah, was it Oshtek Disguise?
Yeah,
Oshtek Disguise Liu Kang Kung Lao. We never had hooded Frost, but we do have hooded Liu Kang, and we're probably gonna get we definitely will get the disguised like Chapter 7 like Lantern Festival characters too and stuff. So eventually, at least.
We're also gonna get, I bet, undercover like Johnny Cage and Kung Lao outfit too. The one that Kenshi has, but no one else has for some reason in that chapter. The Matrix-y looking outfit.
Armored suit. Yeah, basically.
Yeah, we're gonna get that.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna get those.
There's a lot of costumes like that.
They really can. They can extend this for a very long time. I kind of count. I'm like, yeah, for like a whole entire year. I don't think all the story mode costumes, because even if they want to have more, they could still do that with like. Sometimes in the shrine, they did put the villains like skins in the shrine, like Dark Geras. Like that's in the shrine. Dark Sindel, yeah. That was in the shrine, so they could expand it like that and stuff. I was gonna mention something about skins, but I forgot about Quan Chi.
Well, I'll mention something while you think about it. So
okay, thanks.
I do think that Li Mei is an example of getting a new skin during a season, because for the Blood season with Natara, you got her evil skin that you see in story mode. Yeah, I don't think you have access to that yet. No. So you get that one early.
That's the only way you can get it early.
It was Li Mei and Ashra. They both had those.
This time it's Evil Rain, if you want to get Rain early, but he's frosted up, so he's very different. Yes. If you want to get the Yanni Rain skin this time.
Oh, that's why the outfit looked kind of cool. Yeah, okay. Because I don't like Rain's alternate normally. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got a very funny story I can talk about during the Invasions mode. I posted this on Twitter, but like I encountered the funniest like bug in Invasions mode. So let me give a bit of a context here. I got ambushed. So my screen just cracked. I'm like, okay, got ambushed. And then it's like, okay, and then it just stuck on that screen for like about a minute. It just the broken screen. In an ironic way, that's a really funny way to like glitch out on the your whole entire screen is like ripped up, and it just like that for like about a minute. And so just for funnies, I decided, why don't I just start recording this? Because I kind of see some animations in the background, but I just want to showcase that I got this glitch before I restart my game. Yeah. But what I didn't expect to happen is, well, I have the clip here. You can just check it out. Yeah. What is going on? What is happening? What? My game is actually like crashing. Okay, now I was just gonna record just to showcase how the ambush crashed my game, but I wasn't expecting it to this to happen. All right, let's see what happens at the end of this. Oh my gosh, the game ran! It took... How long did that take? Oh my god! Oh my gosh. How do you do this? How? I'm genuinely impressed.
I think I've had that before. Actually, back in like season 1.
Oh really? Is it like this? Like this bad?
I'm sure I've seen it. I think it was. I had this at some point. Like it was rare.
Also, it just stays there no matter what.
I do recall having something like this. Well, seen something like this, and it must have been that I had this in season 1, back when things were more glitchy.
Did it really take you 4 minutes to like get into a match?
I don't think it was that long, but it's awesome. Quite intense as a weird thing to happen.
Yeah, it's like
epic.
how does this happen? It's like, and now I notice it's like what do they individually render each of those glass shards and stuff?
It has to be a weird loading glitch. Like it's taking too long. Like it's designed to like coincide with the length of the loading time or something.
Maybe, but I did get a lot of people saying it's my SSD card and stuff like that. But I'm just like,
how dare they blame you?
my 3060 like just bought like computer like cannot handle. But to be fair though, this is a very big game, 100 gigabytes and stuff like that. You know,
I want to mention a glitch that happened to me then while playing Spider-Man 2. So there's a scene where you're chasing Lizard through the city.
One, right?
Huh?
Not the block one, right?
No, I don't think so.
The cube glitch? That's the famous cube glitch?
Oh, no. Thankfully not. This one's even more interesting. So you're chasing Lizard through the city, and I guess he's, like, programmed to wait for you if you don't get close enough to him or something. But what happened was...
I thought like, time runs out and you just, like, lose that mission or something.
That's what I would have thought, too, but like I don't know how to explain the glitch then. So he was hopping around, right? And instead of hopping on the building and waiting or hopping off of it, he went through the building completely and stayed in there. So all I saw were his little feetsies. And like the game outlines him for you to show where he is in case he's behind a building or something. But he's just inside the building. So from a distance, I thought he went inside the building and I have to like go inside and fight him. But no, he just went through it and flipped because I guess his feet are told to stick to the building. So he flipped and he's just inside. I was crawling on the wall and I couldn't get to him and like I just had to reload. Sorry, Snake, go ahead.
I had something like that too, though in case it was me getting stuck in the wall. It was during one of the like the mind-bending like inner dark dimension sections. I don't want to spoil too much,
Mr. Negative parts?
Yeah, so I was when you swing after him, you just like go around the buildings and such. But I ended up going into the building, and so I was on the inside of this building, and I couldn't get back out. The water's at the bottom because the thing is sinking in water, and so it has to restart the section. And it's like, wow, AAA video games. It's such a polished video game. This Spider-Man game. Wow.
No,
I mean,
Snake,
to be
it's
fair,
just, he pulled the nether realm.
Better than like a lot of the other games right now.
Yes,
bug-wise,
Snake,
I mean.
he pulled the nether realm. He was actually just evil the whole time. He never became good. He just tricked you.
Yeah. One last thing I want to talk about for the map in terms of like how pathetic it is once you kind of know about it. It's like, this is the Fire Temple stage, which they use again. Look how complicated and how many fights you got to go through in order to get everything and all that shenanigans. But this is how you can go through it in one swoop. That's it.
The annoying thing is, though, like...
You can ignore everything else, and that's how you get through this entire Fire Temple stage. It took me 30 minutes to get... It usually takes me an hour, but this one took me 30 minutes just because I just did it like this, basically. Yeah, so in order for the optimal invasion experience, make sure that you pick your routes like carefully. Use the link that I sent here, basically. It saves you so much more hassle and stuff.
Also, just play Mileena. Brain dead combos. She kills everyone in like 2 combos, and then you're done.
This time I played Johnny and Baraka. I wanted to try them out. Johnny, I wasn't really fiddling well with him, and then I was like, oh, I get it now. It's combo, dash, combo, dash, combo for his basic bread and butter shenanigans. You just gotta add that little like double tap dash before you continue your combo whenever they get knocked into the air and stuff. And then I just started playing Baraka for the rest of it. Now Baraka's, I like him. I like Baraka. He's fun.
I love your Microsoft Paint.
Oh yeah, I just drew that basically, just like tell you how easy some of these and how frustrating some of these like mesas can be if you don't go the right route. In terms of the bosses this time, I did like 2 of them. I like the General Shao boss fight and the Smoke boss fight. I don't know if you remember that one, Snake.
Why do some of them not have need ornate key? Do they just open when you get to them, like for free?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't need ornate key.
Oh, because they're secrets. I get it. They're like secrets.
Yeah, you do the brutality, the equation shenanigans to pass that door. Yeah, you don't need the ornate keys for that. Honestly, at this point, I'm starting to get kind of annoyed by the ornate keys. It's like, why do you need them? It's like, you need an ornate key? Okay. Teleport to collector, buy it, come back.
Yeah.
Waste of time.
There's just so many. It's just to pad the time. There should probably be like... There should be a random chance of getting a key just as a random reward while defeating any of the fights. Like, that would be nice. Like, a 1 in 10 chance or a 1 in 5 chance. That way you're just, like, naturally collecting keys. And don't have them take up one of our consumable slots.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Just have it be an extra thing.
The consumables, they're fine. I don't think they're like too. I think the relics and even like upgrading your talismans is kind of like I don't do those. They're just kind of like pointless because the relics
I've
give
never
you.
upgraded the talisman. I don't trust it.
Yeah, and you switch to the other talismans and stuff.
The only consumable that's any good is the one that quadruples. Well, it says it quadruples your next uppercut.
Uppercut.
So I think that's just one in the match then. But if you go up against if you're like high level and go up against a low level enemy from like the first Mason, just do it. It's basically like fight. No. Punch the head off immediately. It does so much damage.
Here's a tip for you kiddies out there that can make even more use out of that consumable. Because there's also consumables that are like double your attack stats or like double every one of your attack stats. Those are great. I always use them in the boss fight. But here is a bigger tip. Use that consumable, especially the uppercut one, in a tower. Even though the uppercut only uses it in one fight, it will reset every single fight in the tower. So you can just uppercut perfect them and get like a bunch of coins if you do it successfully. So a good tip for you guys there too. You keep the uppercut ring for the towers.
Does the uppercut actually kill them in one hit if all your points are in
for the
attack?
most part. If you put all your stats in attack, just like dun, you win. Just every time. Unless they block. They block, it'll be like, ah, crap. I missed my one uppercut basically in that match.
That's epic.
But yeah, the Shao has like a new fight when you fight him in the boss fight. He just keeps using a new charge ability. And Smoke has this phase where he just starts like just throwing a bunch of smoke bombs and shenanigans.
Literally, you just crouch and block, and then he throws some grenades at you, and then I think it's the next phase. He's just completely invisible, so you can't see if he's blocking or attacking.
Yeah. He has one phase where he's just completely invisible.
And I'm like, this is dog shit. This is terrible. I don't like it.
I just thought the effects were cool. Other than that, every other boss fight I didn't really care. Oh no, actually there is the final Mesa, which I find it very interesting that we were kind of like theorizing this in the last podcast. We were like, so if Natara's like Mesa is the Ying Fortress, what is Sub-Zero's gonna be? What's the next snow one? Oh, the Ying Fortress again. There we go.
Is it really?
In a row. It's not just twice. It's twice in a row.
However, it's a different variation of the Ying Fortress. It is blizzardy. It is like super snow, basically, which is not a playable stage yet.
Blizzardy. I thought you said lizardy.
We thought you said lizard.
What?
Yeah, we were.
Oh, really? Both of you are affected by me that much.
But maybe he did say it, and he's got lizards on the brain.
Don't. How dare you? I'm gonna replay it so that I was not in the wrong. Blizzardy.
Chat. Let us know in the chat. Did he say blizzardy or lizardy?
You don't need chat. I have irrefutable proof right here. Blizzardy.
Post an L in the chat if you said lizard.
Oh, as lizard, because lizard is L star. Haha. Anyways, the stage is all like snowy, hard, that kind of a way, basically. There's a variation with that. Unfortunately, it's not. You can't use it in the game. It's only in invasions. Because I wouldn't mind having that as a variation. But yeah, there's the little difference there. Ying Fortress was kind of a torture to go through too, because that was the biggest Mesa. It's like you had to go all the way to the top of it, and then you have to go all around to get the key, and then like teleport or walk back, depending on how you want to do it. And then the final boss, Sub-Zero. Fuck that boss. I actually genuinely hate that boss so much. It is so bad. Okay. First off, super armor. But second, Snake, I want to ask if you got this too. Did you die on phase 3?
I've not gotten that far yet. I'm still.
Oh, you haven't finished?
No.
Is it the dumb water bucket?
Third last one.
No. Okay. The water bucket is once you defeat Sub-Zero, he'll use his final move. And then you get that water bucket section. It's kind of cute. What ends up happening on phase 3 is he has this new move where he'll do, like, he'll hold up his hand like a hammer-ish kind of a thing, and then he'll slam it to the ground. You die in one hit if you get hit by that.
Is it unblockable?
I think it is unblockable. It's just you die in one hit, so you have to jump. The thing is though, is he doesn't just swing the hammer down and like freezes the ground, and like it's an AOE, so you can't just stay on the ground too. He does it in the Dark Souls way. So it's not like, hi-ya, it's...
And he's armored the whole time. Yeah.
So it's like you're trying to jump, but he still hasn't hit it down yet. That kind of method, basically.
I got you.
I died to that like 2 or 3 times, and I was like, holy crap, dude, really? A one-hit move? Like, seriously?
Real quick, though, did you think maybe you died to it in one hit because you put all your points into something besides health?
That is a possibility, but it's never happened to any other friggin' boss. It's like it never matters. It's like if you get hit, ouch, but you don't die, basically.
Sounds like a scale issue. Sounds like a you mistake. No, I'm kidding.
I'm gonna warn you guys first about that. And finally, the conclusion. The worst story out of the entire Invasions mode somehow. Like, worse than... The Onslught story for Sub-Zero was so much more entertaining than whatever the fuck they set up for here. It's literally just... Evil Sub-Zero came. He freezes everything. That's bad. Heroes kill him. They did it. That's it. That's the story mode. It's... Like, that's... At least in the Natara one... You have that aftermath of like, we went to good guy Natara's realm to help us revert the evil characters back to human beings. Yay. You at least have that little tidbit, despite them both being so freaking similar. It is so bad.
And it's also embarrassing because we could easily stop Sub-Zero. All we have to do is like increase the rate of climate change. And then when he showed up, like it would just be so hot that he wouldn't be able to freeze everything. And haha, take that, Sub-Zero, idiot.
Idiot.
Dummy.
But yeah, that's Invasion Season 3. I do think they're getting better each season. There is one last thing I could mention, and it depends on if you guys are interested in farming, because I get all the shrine skins, and that's why I do farms. Like, I did it last season, but the farming method this season is so good and so easy, because the way you farm is, if you get a perfect, you get a flawless victory, you get increase in EXP and like coins and stuff like that. And there is a relic in this Invasions mode that the ability is, you're in critical health, but the damage you take is it will take your super meter as damage instead of your health bar.
Yeah, you showed us that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was explaining that in the Soul stream. I was giving them advice because they brought up
nice.
Like, this relic is useless or whatever, and I'm like, actually, Sonic showed how that's the best like farming tool for this one like mode or this one tower. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I just farmed for like 2-3-ish hours and I cleared the shop. You get like about like 8,000 coins for like an hour, I think ish. It's one fight 400, so one fight per minute. You can calculate it that way, basically.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's.
And
so
are
I'm
you
probably
actually
gonna,
fighting them or just doing like the relic?
Oh no! The relic. It's a relic. Is your
Yeah.
passive. It's not a talisman.
Oh, that's what I meant. So I meant are you just using the talisman? Because I was talking to the Soul Stream guys, and like they were talking about how like when the first exploit existed for season 1, how he got a bunch of characters to their mastery, and I was like, how did you do that? You must be like zoned in. He's like, no, I was legit watching podcasts and just pressing the right stick over and over again because it would use my talisman. And I was like,
oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
I did the same thing too. I just I listened to the podcasts and just start like Baraka's what was it? Back 3-1, back 3-1, 2-1-2. Okay, dead. Next, back 3-1, back 3-1, 2-1-2, dead. Back 3-1, uppercut for the brutality. 50 coins.
If any viewers are planning to do this and they want something to listen to in the background, I can recommend a podcast known as the Kombat Kings podcast to listen to in the background while
you're
mindlessly farming.
The hooded skin, yeah. I'm probably going to farm just a bit more because I feel like they're going to patch this in the next... Oh, well, who knows? I hope they don't patch this because this is actually a very convenient way of doing it. Whereas the last season is just like, not only do you need to get perfect, but if you do get perfect, it's only 200 coins. So this season was like way... because the level is higher, so you get more.
Yeah, at least this time they're understanding that like you can slow down the grind a little bit. That way, like they're not done with it instantly. But I think it's in a comfortable spot right now, where like it's not crazy fast, but it doesn't take forever either. Like,
yeah, one of the benefits for this season though is the fact that one, there's less skins than last time. I'm pretty sure. I feel like there's way more skins
in the shrine.
in the shop.
Oh, shop.
Like the seasonal stuff. I feel like there's way more last time than this time. It feels like there's a lot less.
It's easier to clear it, you think?
Yeah, but also because this one's going to be 2 months long instead of 1.
That's true.
So we get a lot more time. Which, on the one hand, yeah, it's good we get more time. But on the other hand, I'm thinking, couldn't they have like have a month for this, and the next month is here's the repeat. You can just maybe it's like you can pick one season and repeat that. You can just pick. You missed some skins from season 1. You can just pick that and go and have that be what you get for
there
the
will
season.
Repeat. Like at the end of the life cycle of the game or something like that is what I've heard.
They say the end of the life cycle, but it's like it's going to be sooner because they're going to run out of characters and skin ideas.
True. Actually, you made a good point there. Yeah.
So they're going to have to repeat them before that. I think even Combat League repeated a bit before they actually stopped with that, and
And if you did miss out on his skins, you can just buy them in the shop. Because if you missed out on Boss Scorpion, he's gonna be in the shop soon. As I heard.
What would be cool, I think, would be if they do these seasons and it leads up to the story expansion, and that ties into Invasions a bit. I mean, a lot of people have been saying that. A lot of people have been saying that what the plot should be is that Havoc has been sending these characters to invade.
Oh, okay.
So you can make it where that stuff leads up to that, and then after that expansion comes out, we get Invasions version 2, which is like the next phase where something different is going on. Maybe it's 2 characters are invading. Maybe it's like a civil, like a 3-way war. Like a Scorpion and a Sub-Zero have entered the arena.
Side who you want with and stuff.
Yeah, either pick a side, or they're fighting against each other for territory, or you have a good one who's come to help and they'll be involved somehow, or it's all about the fusions. Like this one's going to be the villain.
Right. Yeah.
The villain is Crocodile is the villain this time. Let's go with that.
Yeah, Invasions mode should have totally utilized those infusioned characters and stuff. I think that would be way more entertaining to even fight against and stuff, instead of the same characters over and over again. Even if we can't play as them, I still think the infused characters is a great idea to use. I do think I'm worried because a part of me really doesn't want it to be, but I'm worried that the Invasions mode is canon, because you see Liu Kang being like, "We have defeated these invasion guys again." Like we always do. Haha. I'm like, I don't want this to be canon, I'm just I got away.
Yeah. I don't want it to be canon because that would just mean that it's not really Liu Kang's fault either, because he didn't predict this. He didn't predict Shang Tsung also getting his own timeline. But this means that Liu Kang made unintentionally the most chaotic timeline yet, where shit just constantly is going crazy all the time.
And everyone's coming to his timeline to attack and stuff. I don't know.
Think about what life is like for the Shirai Ryu. It's we're training under Grandmaster Scorpion. It's going great, and then Liu Kang shows up and goes Scorpion.
We're all lizard people now.
He shows up and goes, "Hey, Scorpion, there's another one." And so you miss out. So these guys they all miss out on a month of training because Scorpion has to leave and deal with whatever this threat is. Because we see that in the endings that Scorpion and Smoker are always there helping out.
Yeah, Katana and whatnot, yeah.
Which is funny. The funny thing, Katana's getting involved in this, just her from Outworld. You don't get a retinue of Outworlders. It's just her showing up to help out.
The OG. My other issue is just because I want them to focus, just focus on your worldview. Don't stop putting multiverse shenanigans in. It's your worldview is interesting enough. I don't need Titan Havoc and stuff like that. But okay, whatever. That's where we're gonna go with the next story expansion. But at least the Invasion is just I don't care about these other characters that are coming in if it's gonna be this boring. Or in the Scorpion season, I love that story. But it's you have other stuff you can do
put
too.
Into it. Effort was put into the Scorpion one. It's funny because the actual mode is getting better with each season, just a bit. Yeah. Season 1 was unfinished, but now it's it's getting better and better
so many
each
issues
time.
with that, yeah.
But narratively, it's worse every time.
Yeah,
that's because
I'm really
they
hoping
probably
Mileena
led
will
with their
surprise
best
us.
foot forward. I'm guessing, they were let's do Scorpion first because the coolest story we have.
See, I think Mileena has potential if they're going to go with a clone route.
Yeah.
It's here's just clones of everyone that you're fighting, and they're all Tarkatan clones. That could be cool. Will they do that, or will they just give one shitty purple and pink recolors? Who knows?
Sub-Zero had potential. Sub-Zero had so much potential. I'm willing to give a pass to Natara because they kind of fucked her over in the story mode anyways. But Sub-Zero, you have so much potential for a fun story with an evil Sub-Zero, but they just made it
Quick question, was that still Bi-Han in Season 3? It wasn't even Kuai Liang?
I'm assuming. Yeah, it's gotta be.
Oh, that's lame then, because they could have just made it Kuai Liang, and that would have made it immediately more interesting. Yeah.
Because they did that with Scorpion. That it wasn't Kuai Liang Scorpion, it was Hanzo. So they could have just had an evil Kuai Liang.
I remember, it's Hanzo for Season 1, yeah.
I mean,
they could have at least made it not
Kuai Liang went off the
icy.
deep end trying to save Noob Saibot, He just went off the deep end from trying to save his brother. And then it could be a case of, we need to bring our Bi-Han to talk to him and get him to back off. So Bi-Han gets a bit of actual development.
Even though I like the palettes for this season, tell me how you guys would have felt about this. If Bi-Han comes in and he's doing the Cyber Initiative instead. So the palettes you get for the characters, they have chrome skin and neon glowing eyes and maybe some glowy bits on their like clothes, so they're all robotic. Would that have been better or worse than like him just being I'm Iceman and everyone's icy now?
That's more interesting. I'll be right there.
I wonder,
I'll say that.
could they be saving that for Smoke?
Oh, maybe.
That's right. Yeah, honestly.
Because he
he's
has
gonna make
the,
him all
he,
ashy.
he has the cyber skin already, so I mean that's not gonna be the one that's the focus, but it could be cool. I mean, unless they're like 2 alternate timeline Smokes, 1 human, 1 cyborg. They're working together. The new deadly alliance is Smoke and Smoke. Where there is smoke, there is smoke.
Where there is smoke, there is lung cancer.
That's Smoke's goal to get everyone lung cancer.
Now, this is the you can get this one in the shrine.
Oh no! I guarantee one of Liu Kang's lines will be, "We will show him that where there is smoke, there is fire."
We will show them. God. Oh my gosh! Wait, what did he said? Something when you fight Sub-Zero. He did say like a meme.
He will feel death's cold embrace.
I'll look
we
that
will
one
use
up.
the element that brings life. What was topic number 3, by the way? Because you said you didn't want us to meander too long on one topic.
Of course. So, what did you guys think about because we were talking about the shop. What did you guys think about the shop items this time? The AKA the skins, the new ones.
Pretty badass. I wish they weren't so expensive, but I do want to say one thing because I didn't know this, so maybe someone watching may not know this, and I'll save just one person. Apparently, if you reach the top mastery with a character, you do get dragon crystals. So I think if you get like mastery with 3 characters, that would be enough to like get a skin for free, or in this case, like a whole costume with all the palettes, like because there's 600, right? So 2, 4, 6.
Yanni works out, didn't he? Like, it's like 5 costumes worth.
You can get 200 dragon crystals per character. Yeah, you get one like at level 20 or level 30 for each character, basically.
If you get the whole roster done, like with mastery, then you can get about 5 costumes worth.
You get like 4,800 or something.
Unless we're talking, because there's exceptions, because Krampus, the General Shao's like evil Santa skin, is more. Yeah. It's 1,000 instead of 600, I think.
That's very weird to me because like evil, like Santa Shao 1,000, Elf, Reptile 800. And then the katana one's 500. So I'm like, is the katana one less effort put into it?
Yeah.
Like, the hairstyle is the same as the Titan's katana, but so what? Like, the costume is completely different. So it's interesting that one's cheaper.
What's funny is some people pointed out, so we have Mrs. Claus. It's explicitly Mrs. Claus katana.
Oh,
but not Santa Liu Kang.
No, it's Santa Shao. Oh.
Maybe because in this timeline, it's like he is Santa Claus, and then like his daughter is like Miss Claus in training. Like she's gonna be the princess. Like so, she's like Princess Claus.
Could they did a Christmas-themed invasion season in this timeline? Sub-Zero took over and is obsessed with Christmas.
That sounds cute.
It's Johnny Cage.
That's probably why they did Sub-Zero next. Now that you mention it, though, because Winter is Sub-Zero.
It's evil Johnny Cage. Evil Johnny Cage, and he's obsessed with Christmas because that's when he gets the most merch sales. And he's like, so Johnny's like, I wish it could be Christmas every day, and then it is.
And like for his boss fight, he like does that pose, and like all his Johnny Cage figurines start raining down from the sky, and you have to like dodge them.
Or he, the force ball. He brings back the old force ball animation, but it's not a force ball. He's throwing baubles or snowballs or something.
That would work too, but he already does red and green, so he could legit just do the colors of Christmas because he has the red and the green force balls ever since MK4.
Yeah. Oh wait, that's right. It'll be like Christmas lights in sort of way. Yeah.
And dang it, that didn't come back. That's like it's not a huge deal, but in every single game for a bit now, they've had a red and green Johnny Cage somehow. There even was one in MK11 that I skipped over that I didn't notice. There was a red Cage again. We don't get that now because he doesn't glow anymore.
Oh, I thought you meant skins. You're talking about like his
No, just the glow. Like in every Mortal Kombat game since like MK4, not all of them, but most of them, there's been like an Easter egg of how to get like the red glow for Johnny Cage. It's either one move or it's costume 2 or it's a secret attack or you spend a meter or you're low on health. And in MK4, I think it was just Caged Rage was the only one that had it, where like it turns red when it's like his unblockable version. And I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Well, you see, dog, there is a way you could potentially get Cage to be red and even green. All you gotta do is play Invasions mode and whatever the debuff or buff shenanigans happen, it does sometimes give characters auras and stuff. I do know one of them in the Tarkatan Colony. If you go through after you beat Sub-Zero, you go through like the boss gate. You do fight a Johnny Cage that has a phase 2, and he glows green. So that's your method of making him glow green if you wanted to, basically. I don't know about going red at least.
Some of the
I
boss
thought
and
you were
mini
gonna
boss
say
buffs are
Janet
hilarious.
Cage. Sorry.
Some of the boss and mini boss buffs are really funny because like one where Lee May gets
Snake, you're kind of cutting off.
Oh no.
Snake, no, come back.
Snake,
Come back. No, no!
baby, come back to me. No, it's Mariah Carey
There's your
time
intro
right now.
thing, Sonic.
Oh, I want for Christmas. Time to release the SCP monsters.
Hello?
Hello, you're back. You're back.
now.
Yeah. That should be fine.
I mean, I guess.
Fuck you. It's.
Oh
yeah.
no.
So some of the boss and mini boss things is like Leah May will do like some little martial arts thing or get a lantern out and with like a purple as her color, but then she'll get a green aura.
Oh, that's smart. That sounds fun.
Wait, how's it smart or fun? It's just wrong.
Oh, I meant like.
How to identify when Sonic is not paying attention to what you're saying?
No, I meant
that's
like if you're
cute.
talking about the ability effects. Wait, is that what you're talking about?
It should be purple, but it's green for some reason.
I meant like if it's like that for like a skin effect or a boss effect, that'll be fun. That's what I thought. Were you saying something else then?
Oh yeah, like it was so cool in Injustice 2 how Green Lantern, if you picked a different color, like his constructs changed. That's like still one of my favorite things because I love blue lanterns. I think they're super underrepresented, and so like playing as Blue Lantern was so sick to me.
That's very nice.
I think it would be kind of cool now that Janet Cage
changes.
is going to be. Go ahead.
They need more effect changes like that. Like we need to have like the option to change Raiden's lightning color or Sub-Zero's ice, Scorpion's fire. That should be a thing we can just do. That's like the basic level of customization that we should be able to expect.
Actually, that'll make balancing very problematic because you've been forced to like blue freezing effects from Sub-Zero or red now. It'll be very hard for people to get used to.
Yeah, Snake. What he said.
Oh my gosh. Not the silencer.
I just want to say one thing. Now that we know that, like, for sure.
Oh my gosh! Just flash.
It's going to be
I wasn't expecting
Janet
it to be
or Johnny
Stryker.
Cage. The Realm cast seems convinced it's going to be Janet Cage. Like, finally. They seem pretty convinced. I'm still not sure.
You
But
mean
if
the
that ends
next
up
cameo
being
fighter
the...
or
As the cameo, yeah. Regardless of who it is for
okay.
the cameo, I don't care. But what I do want, there better be some gimmick where you can get their glow to be red. And I want it to be like a more powerful state that somehow you can like build up to. Or maybe when you're low on health, like below 30%, you're in that fatal blow era, maybe all their attacks turn red and they get more damaging. Just something to reference that. Because I want it to be an Easter egg in like every Mortal Kombat game. That there's the red and the green glow. I find that interesting.
I could totally see that. So as a Reptile stan, when I woke up on December 14th for that fun Christmas event, and I saw that Reptile skin, I was like, ooh! Instantly bought it, instantly got it. I think it's actually a pretty nice skin, actually. The tattoos are now different. Instead of it being snake, it's now Candy Kings, basically.
That's awesome. I didn't notice that tiny detail.
And also his keys, because on his like waist he's got keys. They're now like Candy Kings. He just has
That's
basically.
awesome, man. That's great. That's fantastic.
Most important thing is he has a different lizard form. He's now like a white lizard with like I don't know. I think they're cookie crumbles, like you know, like the.
I think he is meant to be
book.
a cookie. Yeah, a little Christmas cookie.
Yeah. So I'm very
Because
happy
he's an elf.
to see
So, yeah.
that part. Very disappointed in Invasion this season for not giving us a light blue reptile lizard form.
Oh wow.
Just saying.
He doesn't change
at
at all. He's still just the
No.
green.
Yep.
Weird. I
checked.
thought they were gonna keep that going. I really did. You bought every single one for sure. Every single blue palette.
But
Everyone that I could try. Yeah.
The funny one is Shang Tsung because in his old man form, his skin has never changed. It's just a different color for his clothes. So he's there with like blue skin and like the frosty hair, and then he becomes old man. He's just got normal skin. So
I did notice that.
So if you like uppercut his head off while he's in that state, like his body won't change back, but his head will, or vice versa. And so like part of his skin is just normal, but the other part is blue, and it's like.
That's funny.
Like I'm not complaining about this. It's hilarious.
By getting
It's
older,
the Onslught
Snake, you
thing
turn
all over
normal.
again. Yeah. It's the Onslught thing all over again, where they're putting like Kotal and like Katana's body's back or whatever,
Yeah.
and like Kotal's just wrong.
Ah, the cutscene. Yeah. By the way, Snake, the moment you were talking about why don't Jade's fans talk about it, that's all I've been seeing this whole week. It's just people looking at that one Jade screenshot being like, I did it. Or something like that. I forgot what she said at the end of the cutscene. I just keep seeing that, basically.
Yeah.
And a bunch of people being like, let him go, Jade. You deserve better. and stuff.
Can't. She's like Harley Quinn. She can't let go of her toxic partner. Then again, like I explained in my video, technically Jade's not a good person either. Like, she was serving a tyrant like for centuries, so she's not really good
In
either.
Onslught.
She was also racist towards Baraka in
I saw that.
MK9.
Yeah.
That is
Like,
true, but
damn.
I forgot something important. Until they decided to make Baraka like an important character again and give him lore, originally Tarkatans are just kind of like demon monster spawns. So
Yeah.
you probably should not have any favoritism towards them at all.
In
But,
Onslught, they're back to their regular Tarkatan form, Tarkatan lore, whereas in MK1 it's Tarkat lore basically now.
Well, but even in MK11, it was like, we deserve rights and we are our own people, and it's like, you're kind of demon monsters. Let's not forget that you're demon monster mutants who
Hey,
eat
now,
people.
true underdog, how could you? Demons can get redemptions too, like Ashra. Serena.
You say that until one of them's your neighbor, and then you wake up and it's eating your dog. Just saying. All right, we could have seen this coming. It's a slippery slope, is what I'm saying. No, I'm just kidding. I was trying to do like a fallacy, metaphor.
Demons, go home. Go back to your own dimension.
I was like, there are a couple of different palettes you can get with Reptile, which all of them I'd rather just have his base ones, but by having him like this, it does remind me a little bit like a Super Mario Bros. Just a little bit, like kind of just reminds me a little bit like, I can kind of see the
Oh, that's
the
awesome.
plumber jacket right there and stuff. Yeah, I'm happy with this skin. It's silly,
Mario.
it's fun, it's a cute
You gotta
one.
save the princess, Mario.
Yeah. What did
no,
you
now-
guys think about the Christmas fatality?
That's it. I wanted to let Snake go.
Like the Halloween one was all right. It was decent, I guess. The Thanksgiving one was disgusting.
Yeah.
This one is nothing.
I don't know. I enjoyed it. I think it's.
I thought it
the
was
best
fine. I like
out of
it.
the three.
I'm happy that. Sorry, go ahead, Snake. I mean Sonic. Yes.
Oh,
go ahead, Sonic.
Yes, I am Sonic now. I am the Sonic with my Sonic shoes.
Oh,
Sonic
I just
shoes.
noticed
Okay.
that. That's so based.
I got to see a
I've been-
Sonic Symphony
I've been waiting
Orchestra
for a chance
recently.
to show these off for an hour and a half now. Hooray!
Hell yeah. I ain't got
Um,
much to say. I just think it's fun. It's just like it's to the point. It's brutal, and then it
mid.
just ends with ho ho ho. It's like, okay, that's funny. It's
It is
it's
fun.
featuring Santa Shao Kahn skin in there too and whatnot. It's pretty good.
I am happy that I was correct in my prediction too. I theorized that Ed Boon was incorrect, and it wasn't going to actually be reindeer. It was going to be some like Netherrealm or like Outworld equivalent of reindeer, and it was, right? It was like some creature like that was like driving the sleigh.
Yeah.
It wasn't, I don't think, reindeer. So I was happy about that. I mean, yeah, because it is technically still a winter fatality. And normally I'd be like, I keep Christmas like in the American stuff, but this one time I'm okay with it just being winter because I don't need to have like a 1-to-1 Christmas reference in my Mortal Kombat game. That's fine. You don't have to. I don't want to actually see Santa Claus, for example, run over somebody with the sleigh. I'm glad that it's Santa Shao, and I'm glad
Santa
that it's
Shao.
I mean,
not an actual Santa sleigh.
I mean, Santa's been part of the MK canon since the first game.
He has. Yeah, but
think
it's still
so,
like in the
that's right.
background. It's not like he's not actually in frame. It's
Well,
not
he's
as
watching.
it's not as obvious
he's
as
he's getting his rocks off to watching someone get knocked into the pit. It's like, oh yeah, you showed him. You
right
showed him,
on the
man.
naughty list. Ho, ho, ho. He's just so excited. On the naughty list you go.
Oh, that would have been way better for the Christmas fatality. Is like Santa walks in like a cameo fighter, goes to the character, goes, "No, you're on the naughty list," and the character goes, "Ah!" and like disintegrates.
All the presents just fall on them and crush them because they're really heavy presents or something.
or like the coal is just like a massive like rock that crushes them. In fact,
You know what
actually,
I would have done?
No,
Just a random thought.
what
Go
if it was? Sorry, just to say, what if there was two fatalities for bad guys? They're on the naughty list. They get crushed by a giant lump of coal. Whereas if they're a good guy, then then they get like presents and it's like friendship.
That does sound kind of funny. I do kind of like the idea.
That is great. Here's my idea for a Christmas fatality. Even though like hindsight's 20/20, I think mine might be pretty good. So, You know how in MK9, how they grab them and put them in the way of an oncoming car for like a stage fatality?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Think that, but they just like push them to the side, and Santa's sleigh just happens to be coming down that way and like hits them. They flip into the back, right? Like they're like, oh, like in the back seat of the sleigh. Santa just goes, whoa, and like turns around, but it's like Santa Claus, I guess. He takes a giant stamp out and just hits their forehead with it, and it's like got naughty stamped on their head, and they just fall at the back of the sleigh. Oh, and they get impaled on a candy cane, like a giant Wonderland
the pit,
of like
but
candy
now it's a
cane
candy
spikes.
cane.
Yeah,
the pit,
like the whole pit is like candy cane themed.
Yeah.
No, it's like because they're in the sleigh and he's already flying, they fall out, and they're over Shang Tsung's island now because that's how far they've gone. So they fall out,
it is
and
Santa.
so he falls. They fall past the pit into the spikes below, because like it tying back to the pit where Santa made his MK debut.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's great. By the way,
very nice.
anybody else notice that Sonic just took a tiny little swig of like this little Christmas-looking beverage?
Oh, you mean this? a nice little like milk tea in a cup, basically.
Oh, it is just milk tea. See, well, you're barely sipping it. So for a split second, I thought you had like actual eggnog with alcohol in it. So you're just like sipping it.
Yo, guys,
this is my fake eggnog, basically.
Speaking of drinks, this is one tall glass of water. I must say.
Ooh!
Wow!
Turn her around, Snake. Turn her around.
No, wait, don't. No, not like this.
Yeah! There we go.
Are we? How long are we into the podcast?
Abs.
The abs are also nice.
We should be good
The
enough.
best
Yeah,
version
and
of
it's like-
She-Hulk.
it's
And
like,
we
yeah,
could have
She-Hulk-
got that in the show, but we didn't
Yeah.
because
Like-
modern era.
Like Japan's like, yeah, She-Hulk should be sexy. So she's
Japan?
sexy and cute.
Was that made
Yeah,
in
just-
Japan?
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
the what they called now, like Kotobukiya, the Bishoujo figures.
I see. Japan
I was
Marvel
almost going to
figures.
say
That's
Andy
awesome.
Comey, like what they have for the Injustice skins in the first game, like the anime con like versions of the characters. Yeah, it looks
Oh my
great. That's
gosh.
awesome. It's a good size too.
You've turned into
I
a
finally have
gremlin
Devil
snake.
Jin behind me,
Turned
but I
into-
don't think you can see him.
No.
Yeah, the awesome Devil Jin. I did see more videos of people showcasing them too, with the lights on the wing and stuff. Those are
I've
pretty
really
awesome.
got to find a way to bring this set closer, or bring my computer setup closer to my background, because these statues are all really big, and you can't tell they're all like 30 inches tall, because like they're so far
I can tell
behind me.
they're
but-
pretty damn big. So actually, I am kind of curious. Do you think, since we have now finally finished the 3 like packaged Fatality bundle that they promised
little bit
us,
New Year's fatality.
that's why I was wondering. Like, what do you think is going to happen in the next couple months? Then do you think?
Easter, 4th of July, and what would
Valentine's
another one
Day
be?
probably.
could
Very
be.
cute. The issue is that's
Although you
not
already
3.
have it
That's
with
not a month.
Katana.
That's not a fatality each month, because we got a new
No.
fatality each month for the past like 3 months.
Well,
like
that's why I
so they-
did New Year's and then Valentine's. What's March? What's a March holiday? Spring break. they're all gonna go to the beach and
Well,
party.
it depends where you live.
And then
If
someone's
you-
gonna
if
get
you
eaten
live
by a
on-
shark.
If you live over here, it's Mother's Day, and so then Chronica shows up.
Be pretty dope. I'm still kind of mad that empty slot just ended up being just that, an empty
Just an
slot
empty
that does
slot.
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so much lore behind that thing, so many fun theories. I know this is just me
NRS is
being a bit of
amazing for
a
hiding this
shill
one
or a,
character.
yeah. I know it's just me trying to explain it away, but what if it was just Ed Boon trying to one last time have fun with a secret that no one knows about? Is that a multi-sword? Oh, this is really
Is that
long.
Sento?
Okay.
It looks a lot like it. You saved my life. It's yours. Oh, wait, sorry.
Awesome.
Ah.
Oh,
You have that freaking thing. I can't. Whoa. That is badass.
Made of bamboo,
Damn.
apparently.
editor, put the entire like after image behind him. Put like the spirit of Sento behind.
Yeah, I'll dedicate so much time and effort into this amazing Sento like effect behind the ancestor. It'll be amazing. It'll be very cool. You guys will see.
It'll be so good and so much effort put into it that the episode won't release until way after Christmas.
No,
you could
I'll
just
get
do
it
what
out.
I've
I'll get
seen,
it out like if I can, like tomorrow. If you guys can give me the footage.
You could
and
just
stuff.
do Sonic what I see some editors do, and like when the person making the video, the YouTuber gives like a big request, like, hey, I want you to edit in this, and that it just cuts to a black screen that says no. And then it skips to the next segment.
Yeah.
The editor just says, "No, I'm not doing that."
Or it's just like a PNG of Kenshi behind me, like badly photoshopped blue.
That was my plan, just so you know. That was actually what I was gonna do. That was my plan. The in Trash Taste, it's like whenever the boys are like talking about some sort of unknown information, or this theory and all that kind of stuff, like the editor Muda will put like a little bar on the bottom that will explain like in detail about like what they're saying, but most of the time it just explains it being like, that is false, and then like actually give the right information and stuff like that.
I like when Historian does that, Internet Historian, when he's doing a little collab video. He's like, yeah, I think that's how it works. I'll find out, but I'm pretty sure that's how it happened. And he goes, oh, current historian here, I looked it up, and turns out it was not true. It's like, oh man, all that build up to like a cool thing, and it was all fake. Like,
yeah. I love when editors like. I love the bit where editors will shit talk the video person, like, hey, future editor here, he's wrong, he's a fucking idiot. That kind of skits. I do like
it's good when the editor is a character.
Yeah.
Well, I'm too lazy. Back when I had that spark in my eye, and I would do the evil underdog. Actually, he's good underdog, but everyone calls him evil underdog when he's wearing the bathrobe. I've gotten lazy and don't do that anymore.
That's your persona.
But I'm supposed to be the evil one, like by default, and he's actually the good guy coming in to like stop my shenanigans.
Well, he complains too much, so he's evil.
I love how every retro video game reviewer from like the late aughts, early 10s all had like an evil doppelganger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unlike me, I don't have evil. I just have future SonicHaXD.
Dr. Insano, Douchey McNitpick, Pubagoo. All of them. There's so many great ones.
Like, Dark Side Phil.
That's awesome.
Just Dark Side Phil.
I think he did, or I could be misremembering. There's this one guy that had like an evil version of himself, and it was actually
Movie
like,
Bob did. He had like the game.
That's who it was.
He was the game Overthinker. So the game Underthinker. It's like,
gotcha.
I'm the game Overthinker. I overthink games. The game Underthinker is a dipshit who doesn't think about things, and he also is right wing. That makes him evil.
I see.
Yeah.
The one last thing, we're almost through this big ass amazing NRS update, but the one last thing that we can talk about, what you guys think about the Christmas stage that we got?
I've not actually had a proper look at it.
Really?
I love it.
I went there
Christmas
like first
trees.
thing in the game.
Also, good news: the Halloween stage did not go away, so this could hint that we just get to keep our stages.
Yeah. One of the best stages in the game, basically, just that Halloween one. It's so fun.
I want to live there. I want to party there.
Johnny is selling it, remember.
Do like low variants, and then those would be the maces for the Johnny Cage one. Johnny Cage makes everything a holiday, so each mesa, and that's why they should have had. That's why they should have had a Thanksgiving version of the tea house.
Yeah.
That would have been so good.
That's kind of a missed. Yeah, no. Thanksgiving stage was kind of a missed opportunity.
Yeah,
it could have even been the Tarkatan colony. Could have been cute because they're already like a camp. It could have been all like Thanksgiving themed.
They are,
and you have to.
I didn't realize how that
bullshit.
came off.
Here's just a long table, and like there's just these Tarkatans there. You know, the Last Supper painting, and there's like human meat on the table.
Yeah. Wait, actually, I'm starting to understand what you underdog mean.
I just meant because they're eating, so they're a village and they're starving, so Thanksgiving would fit. But I didn't realize that it's like I didn't realize the parallel I had created.
I'm like, let's move on. But yeah, so
it's NetherRealm's fault for doing it first. Okay, I noticed that a lot of that stuff looks Native American themed in the Tarkot colony. That's fucked up, NetherRealm.
Let's keep going. So I do think I like how we're getting like variations of the stages as just like for fun, festive and stuff like that. So cute gateway.
Hey, Street Fighter, where's your seasonal stage? Game of the year, baby. Where's your seasonal stage?
Oh, we are not bringing this back up. To be fair though, in Street Fighter you can fight anybody on the streets anywhere in the world tour. So that would become the stage.
Oh,
right?
You
fight random people on the streets.
I got you. Yeah,
that's what I mean.
Yeah, I got you.
I do appreciate these variations of the stages because they're free, which is awesome. And then it's just like they're just cute little add-ons.
Yeah.
on existing stages already. So it's like that's
I wonder
great.
if modders, hey modding community, can you do that? Can you mod stages for us? Like, can you do that? Because you can mod characters. Is it possible?
Yeah.
Yes, you can, because Tekken did it. Tekken was a big fan of modding stages, so I know that it's possible, at least for Tekken. I'm not sure about for MK, but
I'm assuming it is possible because like the stages this time have so much interactabilities with it, with like things that you can break and people that interact and stuff like that. So I'm assuming that you can mod like stages.
And also, tiny thing worth noticing: the Johnny Cage mansion it is slightly Christmas themed, the default one now. If you look at it, like the Roomba has like a reindeer accessories on it, and
actually, let me check right now.
there's not a lot, but like the reindeer is like there's like little reindeer antlers and like stuff on the Roomba, and I think the tray of food is Christmas themed too, and you can like knock it over still.
How cool would it be if like here's the Christmas
The Roomba's a
theme.
little robot guy that cleans the floor and just goes
you
around.
mean the automatic sweeper? Okay, yeah.
It's a fucking
Imagine-
Roomba. That's what it's
Just
called.
imagine, like, imagine if the Johnny Cage mansion had like a Christmas variant, which includes like the pool being frozen over.
That'd be funny.
Be pretty dope.
Okay, I'm checking
And
out the
and
stage
it's snowing
right now.
outside. It snows outside the window. Yes. That's what you want to have. Yeah.
Roomba
The
is
Roomba is
Christmassy.
hard to spawn. Like I don't know, it always randomly shows up. If it does show
And
up,
also
I'll,
just randomly, it has a tendency to just drive in the pool.
yeah, it'll break
It's
itself.
so funny. It'll just drive in there and fall and then explode because it's told it's told when it touches any kill area, I think, like coding wise, to explode. So like when it touches the water, I guess that counts as a kill zone, so it explodes. When realistically it would just sink in and like short circuit, it wouldn't explode.
But I mean, for effects, just for comedic
Yeah,
effects,
it's
I
awesome
think
to
that's why I
watch
do
because
it.
it reminds me of those old school video games where like the water would kill your character, and if you played like because back then they couldn't code for swimming yet. Like it wasn't. Listen, Zoomers, okay, and Gen A. For us old people, back then video games, water was death. So like anything that fell in the water would just die. And if you were playing a robot character, you'd like explode in the water. But what?
That is so freaking awesome, dude. You look at that. It's like dragging a little Christmas present at the back of it too. Oh, that's so cute. I can't record this. I'll come back and record it whenever I get a chance to. But yeah,
Like,
that's. Just,
I bet Street Fighter 6 doesn't have this. Ah!
it even has.
So
it even
viewers,
has like a little nose.
Did the
Let me see if I
viewers
can break it.
enjoy?
It's coming to me
Did the
right
viewers
now.
enjoy that where Sonic would rather play Mortal Kombat 1 than talk with his friends? Yo.
No, I am talking. Okay, I'm just testing out the Roomba. The Roomba just went underneath Baraka's legs just then, and the little gift bag, like kind of like I got knocked over when I hit it. I wasn't able to hit the Roomba. I couldn't destroy it, unfortunately.
Well,
But I'll
we're,
just test-
coming up, we're currently coming up on the 2-hour mark, and you want it to be a shorter episode. So, is there anything else not M1K you want to talk about?
I think we're done with the M1K shenanigans. Happy Christmas stuff that happened in Mortal Kombat, basically. We kind of got our opinions out. I think we can just chat right now, really. We can just talk about, like I said, like what's been going on with us, because I think there's a couple of things I wanted to chat, like especially, like Snake, congratulations on getting your Chronicle voiced first episode out, because you mentioned you wanted to do that a while ago, but now you finally are starting. I did watch the first episode.
Yeah, so it wasn't something I specifically planned because I have too high standards when it comes to it. Because what I wanted to do was basically approach it the way graphic audio does, where they'll take novels from Marvel and DC and stuff, and they'll have full voice casts while someone narrates it. So they'll probably like trim out stuff where it's like where it says, "Oh, Wonder Woman says it this way," because you can hear it in the performance. But it has it's the full book. Music, sound effects, everything. So I want something like that, but that means either paying out the arse, which probably wouldn't even make that money back for a really good voice cast, or get a bunch of amateurs who aren't good enough for me to want to put it out because my standards are too high. But when I got the audio for the M1K bios that I made, the narrator I got for that, Elective Cross, he just randomly threw in this audio file of him reading through that story.
Oh, that's so nice.
I thought this is cool. I thought I think I could make this work. So I put in some music from mythologies that works to give it like a bit of an uneasy vibe, and I think it came out really well. And so
Yes.
and he's up for doing more. I'd like to do some more of them as well. Any character or story requests, I'm always open for those to see what people want to see. A lot of people suggested the Superstars life story, and that's like 60 odd pages long. It's a very long one. I'm like, maybe later. I'm not going to do all the stories as well because there are like 70 odd at this point, maybe 80 odd. So I don't want to do all of them. I'll pick out some highlights, some of the ones that have some really cool ideas or that just need short stories.
Like the Reptile episode.
Yeah, could do. As for ones that focus on characters like Mileena or Katana, I'm thinking if it's focused on a woman, I'd probably get someone else to do it, just because it makes a bit more sense to have a woman narrating for the female-focused one. But we'll see. I might be open to having other people do some of the other chapters, so it's not just the one guy all the time. Although he did do a good job.
Yeah.
With what he was given, and I'm curious to see what his Shang Tsung impression would be like.
Yeah, I like because I was listening to that, half watching and also half treating it like an audiobook in a way, because I was like I was farming when I also listened to that too. So I think I was very enthralled and interested in like, oh, how you write Bi-Han. Since we keep complaining about Bi-Han in this episode, we actually have a good Bi-Han here, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think the ones I'm definitely going to do are chapter 2 is a Kung Lao one, which covers the same stuff from the Wasted Potential. There's I think chapter 3 is a continuation of this story, focused on Kuai Liang learning about his brother's death. I'll probably get something done with Johnny Cage because he's always fun. The Reptile one was a pretty fun one, like his transition from Deception to Armageddon. That could be a decent one to do.
Yeah. That's pretty late though, so you don't need to do it too fast.
Yeah, but I can just pick from any of them because there's, like I said, there's like 80 plus chapters so far. There's a lot of them I can pull from. Maybe I'll even pick one that features Kano just to get the narrator to have to do a shitty Aussie accent just to see what happens. Yeah, but people seem to like it so far, so I think it's a good project worth continuing.
That's great.
I mean, I did an Aussie accent for my Inside the Mind of Kano, and people said that it was bad. So if you want to hire someone who does a mediocre job, I will say though, if my accent was bad, I still included a bunch of great memes about Australia. Like I googled terms and phrases used just in Australia, and I'm proud of me. Go ahead.
Well, the thing about Kano is that a bad Aussie accent works for Kano in Chronicles because he's not Australian there.
True.
So why did you send the Mileena picture here?
Oh, I don't like how it looks.
You mean the skin?
Yeah, I don't like it. I think the Katana's looks really good. Like Katana's festival outfit is like what I wear whenever I play Katana, and I'm looking at Mileena's and just I don't want it.
I think it's okay. I genuinely do think Katana's is better, but I don't think it's too bad.
If it didn't have the dumb sash going across the middle, maybe I'd like it. Like the diagonal sash that goes down.
That's not even what it looks like in the game because she has the mask on. The default they didn't even make a new mask for the skin. It's the default mask.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, good point. Yeah. You know what I realized though, guys? I noticed something. If you take away that diagonal sash going across her chest, it's kind of a low-key reference to her Deception skin, because like where it goes
you mean
around
like
the boobage.
This part basically?
Yeah, where the underboob would be, but it's just got like it's just got clothes there now. Because that's the new thing. We do the same outfit, but we just put something under it. That's the modern day thing.
I'm surprised there weren't any more classic costumes introduced this season, but I guess it's because of the Christmas ones.
Yeah, I mean, definitely they wanted to be the new skin, so that's why there's no returning costumes yet. The two things I like about this skin is the fact that if you want blue Mileena like Katana, she has one.
That's the one I got.
Yeah. So this is like the only way you can get like Mileena to look like Katana.
That looks way better in gameplay. What the hell? Yeah, I guess the mask really ties it all together for me. Huh.
And I also like this black one too. It looks
the dumb door knockers on her hips still look so stupid.
The door knockers? What?
She has a literal door knocker on her.
I see that. Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, I've never liked that. The giant door knocker has always bothered me. Her legs are just so extra.
It's because they're not allowed to show her actual knockers anymore.
Ping. I do like the Katana one more, and I actually think the biggest advantage of that is it's maskless. So if you want a maskless Katana, that's the only way you can do it right now.
You know, people act like we can't have regular Mileena because she bites all the time, but I would be completely okay with like normal face Mileena for one of the skins, and like she still just does all the biting animations, but it's just a regular mouth. Like I don't think I would care.
What if it's regular Mileena, but every time, because whenever she bites, she takes her mask off, but she does the animation and it transforms her into Tarkat form.
Okay.
You know, so the regular is like with a mask, technically
Well, the funny
speaking.
thing is, they didn't even need to do it that way because in MK11 the mask just teleports. So so that we can so whether she has the mask on or off, because you can go without the mask, she'll always be able to just not have to use different animations. So why not do the same thing here? You're giving yourself more work.
Oh, trust me, like the Mileena stands, they love Mileena without Tarkat teeth. So I think that is a huge investment if you do a non-Tarkat face Mileena skin.
People, Mileena stands love her without the Tarkat teeth.
Well, I see a lot of posts of people just showing her like, isn't she the most beautiful thing ever? And
Well,
it's just like without Tarkat
they're
teeth.
not Mileena stands then. They're Kitana stands. That's Kitana's face. If you don't like Melina's teeth, then you don't like Mileena.
I don't
If you
make
don't
the
like,
rules.
If you don't like me at my you don't deserve me at my fuck
I
you.
think they look slightly different, don't they, or not?
That is good.
That's a good joke, though. So I have a question: was this data mined, or can you get this in the shrine?
These are all in the shrine. I
Yeah.
have
Ooh,
them
I
myself.
gotta start farming those coins.
It's the current seasonal, the current skins for the shrine for the season were that and hooded Liu Kang.
Liu Kang. Yeah.
Hooded Liu Kang is fine. I'm not like super excited about it, but it could
I think
be
it
fun
looks
to play.
good.
Give
What I
me
think
a
I think
Raiden
it's during
skin.
gameplay.
I want a Raiden skin. I'm no longer asking.
True. I want Dark Raiden
Oh
too.
yeah.
Or other Raiden.
Well, I'm with you,
wait.
Snake.
I was gonna say something funny. It's like the screenshot you sent there, TrueUnderDawg, in the descriptive audio. It just says Mileena stomps off.
I love it. My favorite one from the it was in the Lolhounds video, I think, is like, or no, maybe not, but I think it was, and it's for Reptile, and it just said like Reptile trudges onward or something like that, and I was like, I love it.
I think
love
they
how it's
use the word
descriptive like a
treaches,
storybook.
and they
Huh?
use the
Yeah.
word strides forward like 4 or 5 times. It's like catchy
Reptile
strides
strides
forward. Oh, did I tell you about the Madame Bo one? The one where it's like,
What?
so it's like when Smoke is approaching like Madame Bo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Smoke advances onto Madame Bo, like, huh?
Have someone draw that like he's hitting on her. He's got like her hand in his palm, and she's like, "Oh my."
But well, my headcanon is because and I want SushiSensai to draw this. You best draw this, or I'm kicking you from a Discord server. Because there's intros that reveal that Madame Bo was actually former Lin Kuei,
Yes.
which sets up why she's part of this whole thing with the Lin Kuei.
Why she set up the entire test and stuff.
So I like to imagine that after it all, like Smoke comes up to her and he's like, "Oh, Madam Bums, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to launch you over the railing." And she's like, "Oh, you." She's like pinching his cheek like a little old granny, like, "Oh, you did well, Smoke. You really played your part well." And it's like, yeah, he's getting praise from someone because his older brother won't give him any because he's a dick.
Yep.
Yeah. I wanted to say one more thing because you said we want the that skin. I'm here to say, WB and NetherRealm, if you're that worried about money right now, the answer is right there. And I'm only gonna say it one more time. Just
FK9
Deception
skins?
Mileena.
Oh yeah.
Just
of course.
Deception Mileena skin, and bring back every thirst trap skin for the men and women. There's your money. Like it's right there for the taking. If you like money, that's what you do.
If they make Deception skin 1-for-1, it will skyrocket. It will be like everyone would love them.
Especially because in this game they did give Mileena big stuff. Like she chested. Like she is chested up.
Uh-huh.
Just saying.
Glorious chest ahead.
Glory Lamau. I like how you knew that reference. So that's new with Snake. For me, I'm finally almost finished writing my scripts for... Actually, wait, before we get to that, I have one question. Snake, do you think it's possible that we're getting the Tekken 7 video this year?
No.
Got it. Thank you.
I just don't have the drive to work on it much.
Gotcha. I can understand that, especially for Tekken 7.
I've recorded some of the Q&A stuff. I had to do it over 2 sessions to get through all the questions on the Discord and the Twitter. And
oh, that's right, you did that. I remember.
Yeah, I was considering putting them in one video maybe, but it's not going to work because between the two, it's 6 hours.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm gonna have like Q&A part 1, 3 hours long.
Like,
Why do y'all do that?
if I did a Q&A, I would make sure it would be like around an hour. So I'm very impressed you got the 6 hours.
Then
I got
there's
my
me who has
question
the
in
opposite
early.
Because I go off on
trying to get that
tangents all the
8-minute mark.
time. I
Wait,
go off on
what? Dog,
tangents
what'd
talking
you
about bullshit.
Oh, I was thinking I have the opposite problem of you guys. Like y'all are like, oh, this video's too long, and I'm like, I barely reached 8 minutes.
How do I extend the time? I read all your comments, guys.
There you go. And I don't extend it because I know that 8 minutes is the mid-roll. I make it 10 because I think people are more likely to click on a video that's at least 10 minutes long. That's just my head canon, but it makes sense in my head that people see a longer video and think that it has substance, whereas like a shorter video, they're like, oh, not much here. So it could be the opposite. I could be wrong. It could be someone sees a short video and goes, oh, this video is actually going to...
You do see
whatever
that where it's like,
works.
oh yeah, scene comparison of like two things that are vaguely related from like an older MK and a newer one, and they get hundreds of thousands of views, and it's like, it's literally just posting the cut scenes.
Oh,
This
yeah.
person needs to be stopped.
This
Can we start? Is it okay to finally start shaming people who, when a Mortal Kombat game first comes out or a DLC character first comes out, all they do is just post the intros? Can we finally start shaming this? Like, just have it be one person's thing and no one else does this anymore. Like, it's okay to do like all the cute stuff, like, oh, here's every time Johnny Cage flirts with somebody. Like, that's unique at least. But like, if it's just all his intros, like, come on, that is the most lazy
Now,
thing.
to be fair, though...
The one person who's allowed to do it is the person who makes those hilarious thumbnails where it's like, here's Baraka looking like Quan Chi, and it's Johnny Cage saying, "You look like Kratos," and then there's Baraka.
I remember those. Yeah, I remember
well, like
those.
this big smile saying "Thank you." It's like, that's not real, but it's great.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that person has a sense of humor. Let them do it. Everyone else needs to.
Yeah, that person
Do
tricked
your
me
own
a couple of
content.
times because they just lie. Like, one of them was, what was it? Cassie meets, like, her mom when she's younger, and she just says beautiful.
I
Like,
remember
my mom's
that.
beautiful.
I remember that.
I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
fake, too. They never have that dialogue. Or, like,
It's for
Rain, you will
clickbait.
be mine. Like, she's hitting on Rain. And I'm like, she never hits on Rain. It doesn't happen.
Yep. But I was just curious about that from you, Snake. For myself, I've done all the way up to chapter 6, and I am in the middle of writing chapter 7. I noticed I'm about to finish it because not too much happens in that story mode. I'm like, okay, they're fighting. They just fight. Oh, that's it. Oh, okay. But don't worry, I'm going to extend that video to 30 minutes for just for Reptile. I find it very funny that my chapter 5 and chapter 6 videos, half of it is going to be about the story mode, and the other half is going to be my Baraka character analysis and Natara rant. Like, I just rant about Natara for like half the video. It's like, oh shit, I like half the page is just Natara. Like, oh wow, I did not expect myself to
That's
complain this
impressive
much
for a
about her.
character that has, like, 2 lines of dialogue.
That blade's enchanted.
You don't say. It's actually cursed, by the way, in Netherrealm, but I get that you want to make Ashura goody-goody now, so nothing negative.
What are you
Can't have
talking
anything
about?
negative about Ashura. Yeah.
Talking about Ashura, sorry, not Natara. I was like Natara, goody.
Just
Ashura.
Ashura. Yeah.
But yeah, like once I'm done with my chapter 7 like script, I will start editing the videos, and oh my gosh, I'm like very excited because it's gonna be monthly upload, and we'll see how they go. I currently have so much planned for like editing and like commissions and yada yadas, so excited to see how that goes. And yeah, that's about all I've got really for myself. Yeah. What about you, dog? You have a
Any
very
cool
important thing you want to
any-
mention, dog.
Any
Doggy
cool
dude.
content
Oh.
coming up, dog?
What's that?
Any cool content coming up from you, dog?
What's
Oh,
ending
you
in
know
9
me.
days?
I got my daily grind, so I make whatever I think of that day, because I'm like the only person who posts daily here, which is fine. Everyone has like their system. But I guess my struggle is the opposite. I'm not worried about can I get this one video done on time. I'm worried like, oh man, what's my video ideas for the next 4 days?
Comic.
I know. I'm getting to it. So,
Oh, that's
Oh.
the coolest Sento
while
stance.
you were out partying, I mastered the blade.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Redditor in sight. Oh my gosh.
It's like, and now that the zombies are at the door, you dare come to me. I forgot the exact meme, but it's so great. How are we gonna end it? Snake, chop us in half.
There you go. Yeah, chop us in half. I'll play Bury the Light as you're chopping us. It'll be very cool. Is he gonna cut us yet?
No.
Zing, 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 zing.
I am the
We gotta like a pose. He's gonna clip it.
Pathetic.
Oh, I did it wrong. I fucked up.
No. He did both. So I'll edit both of us dying that way. It'll be very cool during the editing process.
I forgot that he closes it and then, because the dumb anime bullshittery.
Yeah.
The bullshit toe.
Oh,
the anime
Snake is
bullshit
doing the Kenshi victory pose, basically. So we're gonna record this little section here because I cannot believe we didn't mention this in our podcast. Special thanks to SushiSensai for drawing the gender-bent fan art of all of us.
Yeah.
Like, how can we not mention that? Thank you so much.
We mentioned him a bunch of times, but then just forgot.
Yeah, congratulations, SushiSensai, on reaching 2K followers on the on your Twitter. And yeah, we just wanted to give our appreciation. Thank you very much. You made us all very, as TrueUnderDawg would put it, breedable. Very thank you for that.
I should have been taller though. I'm way taller than these short kings, but you know it is what it is.
No.
Actually, I have no idea how tall Snake is, so.
I am a giant among men.
Yeah, we do not know
You made.
Snake's potential.
I do like
height.
how. At first, I thought we were all the same thickness, but no, Sonic is definitely thicker to make up for the fact that he's a short little Digimon.
That's
Yeah,
right.
short
That's the advantage of being a short king here. You get more thicker. Okay, thanks a lot. That's all I wanted to record, basically. Oh my gosh, your hat, Snake. You're bald?
I said don't mention the hat.